Now look now. I had all kind of glitches and issues right now. Okay. We're gonna try this thing out. We're gonna hope this live go well. Okay, we're gonna play this little intro. I'm here. I'm here. I ain't got my lipstick on yet, child. My hair look whatever. I was working with IT, which is him, okay, and stuff. So y'all, we're gonna try it, okay? Y'all here with me? It's been a minute. It's been a long day, okay? Let's get some intro music going and let's go. Well, hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am JayLeesCorner. Child is 9:30. Okay, it is 9:30 p.m. I am 30 minutes late, and it is not my fault. Okay, it is fully either Google fault, okay, the internet people fault, StreamYard fault, okay, iMac fault. It's everybody's fault but my own, because for some reason, child, I could not get on the computer, child. Everything was being slow. So I don't know what kind of issues we're gonna have, honey. I don't know, but I'm gonna try my best not to click too many buttons. And I hope y'all can hear me. Okay, am I here? Y'all hearing me or whatever and whatnot? Because, child, I don't know what's going on. I think Google is playing with my paper and with me, and it's trying to get me aggravated, and it's working. And I'm just here so I don't get fired. Okay. Let me get on screen. Hold on. Let me get on screen, child, because I don't know what's going on. Okay, I don't know what happened at all. I can't see it on my glasses. I can't see. Hold on. Okay, now I can see, child. I'm not even putting on no lipstick. Y'all getting real. Okay. It's been a time around here. My hair pinned up. Don't judge me. Judge your mamas, your daddies, your sisters, or whatever. Don't judge me. Okay. But hello to everyone. How y'all doing? I miss y'all. I have not been on live all week, but not because I didn't work. I was working. I was busy. I gotta lift up my face. I was busy working, and then by the time I got home, I was too tired. Okay, it's been a crazy stuff at work or whatever. I did put out one. I reviewed Potomac. Okay, y'all ain't watch it, and that's something I'm saying. Some of y'all didn't watch it, but I just been busy, child. And I'm like, to go from reviewing Potomac, and then we see Wendy ass up here arrested. Okay, for fraud and felonies. I said, "Ooh, let's get together and have we gonna talk." Okay, now I don't know what issues is going on with technologies. I was like, I have to buy a new computer. I was up, y'all. Look, I was sitting here, I was crying. I was frustrated. Okay, I had my mom on the phone, crying, frustrated. You said like, oh my god, I gotta get. I had him on the phone, like, oh my god, I got. Y'all don't know the behind the scenes stress I just went through the past 30 minutes is ridiculous. Okay, but we here. We're gonna talk about some things. We're gonna discuss the people in the Drake and them. Okay, Wendy Williams and them, Cam Newton. I don't like Cam Newton. Okay, Cam Newton gets on all my nerves or whatever. But mainly, I want to get into the fraud of the lady around here who's a doctor. How you a doctor, you fraud? You can't be a doctor and fraud at the same time. But again, hi. Okay, I am trying to um calm myself down and get myself back in a positive headspace because I was just in full on panic mode. Full on panic, freak out, throw my computer out the window, go order and buy a new computer. Nothing's working, Jesus. Quit YouTube, shave your hair bald, go be a nun. Okay, go rig up all the liquor cabinet. Okay, and I don't want to do any of that. I don't want to quit YouTube. I don't want to throw my computer out the window. I don't want to be a nun. Okay, I like stuff, and I don't want to be an alcoholic from the stuff. But I should have made a drink. I should have fully made a drink to calm the nerves down. And okay, but y'all like, comment, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Okay, I've been gone for a week again, and this look. Last time I was gone for a week because I was mentally drained and needed a break. This week I was just too busy. And I said I'll see them on Friday. And here we are. Okay. Again, I was having many technical issues. We here, but hello to y'all. How y'all doing? Thank y'all for being around here. Thank y'all for being around here. I appreciate y'all. Okay. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And that's it. Okay. I did a whole I made a thumbnail because if I'm gonna come back after being gone for a week, I need a real good thumbnail, okay? Because things is black as fraud plus felonies equals foolishness, and that's why we are here. And fraud can be many different things, okay? Not just the crimes allegedly committed by Wendy, okay? I just somebody saying a YouTuber was talking about Wendy and how mean she was to her. I think that's the Brooke Ashley who said something like that or whatever. I seen it. I seen other folk discussing it because they said Wendy said the girl was mean, and the girl said Wendy was mean, but not Wendy's arrested. So what we gonna do? Okay, frauds on these shows gonna learn the lessons. Look, don't go look. I have said y'all in many ways on many days. Okay, in 2025, in 2020, anything. Okay, in 2020, anything. Y'all need, I need y'all to stop scheming and scamming. Okay, in 2020, whatever, you should not be scheming. You should not be scamming because they're going to catch you and they're going to arrest you and send you to jail. Okay, and not good jail, the bad jail with the bad food, the bad water, okay, the bad bed bugs or whatever. So stop it. Okay. Anyway, we here. Here we go. Okay. Again, thank you, him. Yeah, look. I put him through a lot, but he calmed me down because I was like, I want to. Oh, okay. I'm just saying, and as soon as he got online, shit got fixed. Okay. Anyway, so you know what I'm saying. Y'all give him a round of applause. Him and my mama, because my mama was also like, Jaylee, it's okay. You don't live on a new computer. It's okay. Because I was like, I gotta go buy, I gotta go right now. It's 9. I gotta go right now, buy a new computer. I gotta leave the house, go to Apple, knock on the door, and say, I need a new computer. And do I have I don't have a random $5,000 sitting on my pocketbook. I don't have an extra $5K for a computer. And if I get one, I'm gonna need $5K. I should do a goddamn GoFundMe for the computer. Anyway, but again, how y'all doing? child, I was in the mood. Okay. And thank God I had it ready. Okay. And I'm like, no, I need my thumbnail because they in jail. Okay. And Drake is a loser. Okay. And Offset be on some bullshit. Okay. And Meg be winning in court. Okay. I'm just saying. And Wendy Williams is Wendy Williamson. But here we are. Okay. But again, hello to y'all. Hello. Yeah, look, y'all, you should not type in all caps because it gets flagged. Okay, YouTube be some haters sometimes. So you all caps, no. Plus, all caps is rude. You be that's how yelling. Don't yell at me. Okay. Don't do that. All caps will not get my attention. I'll be like, who they talking to? Okay. Anyway, again, God tried to send not God, the devil. The devil tried to send me down a spiral of spendation. Okay, the devil tried to get me to buy shit I don't need. And God said, no, Jaylee, you're here. It's okay. Okay. Child, look. First of all, I'm gonna shut up. I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm gonna say it in my head. Anyway, look, I want to get into the stuff because I've been gone for a full week, y'all. I have saved all the stuff that I wanted to get into. I feel like a lot happened this week, and I just went on a whole savings because some stuff is in order, some stuff is not. Child, we're gonna let it do what it do. We're gonna pray that whatever foolishness is going on and the technical issues going on between either StreamYard, Google Chrome, or my iMac computer that costs too much damn money to not be working. But that I think it updated or something overnight the past day or so, and it just would not start. The internet would not come on until 9:30. So I've been playing with my computer since 8, and it wasn't working. Where I want to start? Where do I want to start? I feel like I saw a lot of foolish shit that didn't make any sense to me. Let's start here. So Deion Sanders, okay, is going in for his 16th surgery. He was having some blood clots in his body. He discussed that on one of the shows he did or whatever. Oh, not shows, one of the news, the press conference from one of his the games and whatnot. And so, he around here getting more stuff happening with his body. So him and Karrueche are still a thing, an item, a dynamic duo, okay? Mickey Mouse and Biggie and Minnie. Okay, Kermit and Miss Piggy. Daffy Duck. Who Daffy be dating? The Daffy, I don't know, whoever. But Karrueche around there begging so her man is okay. Is real cute and whatnot. So if y'all was wondering, they go together. Now I hope he healing right now. Is he healing right? Because I haven't him probably watching get back on the game for the girl they're playing today. The Tigers. What's on his leg? Child, is he a RoboCop body person? Anyway, I don't know. Karrueche and that man together. I hope he's okay. I hope whatever's ailing his body is fixed. But that's what happens. You have a surgery. And you think one thing is wrong, and then it be something completely else or whatever. So again, we cool. Daffy and Daisy. I'm like, I know what's something. I don't know what. So Daffy and Daisy. So they still together. Let me ask him. Let me see. Let me bother him real fast. He it's okay. He won't care. I'm gonna ask him if it's an update on Coach Brian. Coming to you from is there an update on Coach Brian since his surgery from yesterday?
He back to work.
Already?
Yeah, he said he's going back to work. He's back to work.
So he good now.
I mean, I ain't saying he's good, but the athlete didn't got to be back on the field. So
because when the video with him and Karrueche, that was new, right? That was new with him and Karrueche. That video from this.
Oh yeah, that was from like 2 days ago. Whenever he had his that day, and then next day he's back at work.
Okay, that's all I wanted. Okay, think about your game. Okay. So he said he good now. I didn't know he was, but again, I'm happy he okay. But then he needs to go ahead and go sit down some damn well. So kudos to them, and they coupled them, and they coupled shit. You said stuff being real slow and whatnot. Um, y'all look, Aaron Pierre out here thirst trapping, okay, for all the good reasons and whatnot. He posted this picture, right? And I said, stop, put some clothes on. And I said, stop, put some clothes on. I didn't notice the bulge in his towel area, okay? And I said, he is, child, what is going on? Tiana said, that's my man, kisses, okay? She said, that's my man. So in case y'all want to know, that man is packing in all the places that is packing, okay? So Tiana said, bitch is mine. I said, girl, congratulations, okay? Remy Ma is so slow. Is launching her own streaming platform for hip hop content. I said, but what is it going to be doing? Y'all, did she come up with an album? I thought she didn't. So she said she has an official launch. The first streaming platform is called Remy Network. It will be coming out on the 28th of November, which is on Thanksgiving Day. Okay. And so she's creating a platform fully dedicated to hip hop content and built by the very people who live and breathe it. Okay. It's free. Ad-supported platform will feature scripted series, a reality show, documentaries, concerts. What are we performing? Sports, music specials, and all rooted in the essence of hip hop. Well, congratulations. That's different. You know, I feel like, I hope it's a success. Remy is hip hop. Even though I'm still upset with her for not putting out more music and whatnot. But again, y'all make sure that on Thanksgiving Day, after y'all eat our turkey and ham and dressing and pound cakes and pies or whatever, that y'all go get her app and then do whatever's going to be. But I say that's a good thing. So congrats to Remind. Okay. Let's go. Why y'all mad at Keke Palmer? Keke Palmer, it's a pause. Everything is a pause. Oh my God. Keke Palmer interviewed Offset. Okay. And I saw folks upset with her. Like, oh, why would you interview him? That's Cardi B deadbeat ex-husband or whatever. And he's a blah, blah. I'm like, y'all do know they grab a podcast for one. And most podcasts interviewing people have to interview people. They can't be saying, because at the end of the day, Offset has not done anything illegal. He ain't been accused of any wrongdoings that's like illegal. He's a bad husband. He may be a bad father. Because if you're a bad husband, sometimes my point is, Offset has not done anything to be canceled. He was just a bad husband. So don't be getting upset with Keke Palmer for doing her job and interviewing that man. Okay? But he was discussing him and Sweetie. They kept on saying he banged Sweetie, who used to be with Quavo.
Was that true to you and Sweetie? No, man.
Now, that's a lying face. I need y'all to know that's a lying face. I think people who lie so much that they don't understand that they have a facial tell when they lying. And I feel like he lying.
It was a rumor, man. And I feel like it was something deeper than that for the split of me and bro.
Was that true to you and Sweetie?
No, man.
It's how he looked away. He looked over there and he did not look at her. When someone asks you a direct question and you choose to look away from them and answer it, to me, that means you're lying. Because if you asked me, Jaylee, were you upset 10 minutes ago? Yes, I was. So when someone looks away from you to answer your question, to me, that means you're lying.
It was a rumor, man. And I feel like it was something deeper than that for the split of me and bro. It was something deeper than that. I don't really want to touch on, but it's something deeper than that. I think that was just like there was a thing that I was a bug that I heard. I think people was trying to tear my situation down in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
And
you think there were business people that were...
It was something deeper than that. I don't really want to touch.
That were plotting on you both.
For sure.
Yeah, and they were creating you guys, stopping you guys from being strong so that y'all couldn't go together against that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then, because I would be seeing I would be seeing headlines and men
that were plotting on you both.
I would be seeing headlines and we men, so we don't play those games. We don't even know how to do that. And so it's just like, that was a weird thing though. That was kind of crazy.
I mean, the link.
I would be seeing
a part of me feel like Offset be lying for no reason, and he laughed for some reasons as well. Is it possible that him and Sweetie lie? The him and Sweetie story is not fully true. It's possible. Maybe he didn't fuck her. Maybe he flirted with her. But something to feel it's a lie. But I need y'all to leave Kiki alone, because Kiki she's just interviewing. She not, she's not like saying, hey, y'all support him, buy his stuff. He's a great person. She's like, hey, I'm gonna ask some questions. He's gonna answer some questions, and then that's it. But leave me alone. But again, Offset trying to say, well, no, I wasn't, I didn't fuck her. He also discussed him and Cardi, because she did ask him, like, is the divorce over? Is it up or whatever? Do you want it to be over? And he was like, yeah, I want it to be over. Did I say that too? He said, yeah, I want it to be over, but it ain't yet. I saved some of the stuff and I don't know where it's at. Where is it? Maybe I didn't say that part for him, but he was discussing him and Cardi, him and the divorce. Was it true? He did want to be over. He admitted to doing Cardi wrong. He admitted to cheat on Cardi. He was admitting to all the shit we knew he did. He was admitting to all the shit she said he did, that Cardi said he did. He was also saying like he should have been a better husband to her, and just been more respectful to her. But I feel like we all know that. And if you know that now, why not finish the divorce? If you know you fucked her over and you know you did things wrong, worse than what she did, let her go. Sign the papers. Okay? Don't ask for her money. Okay? Move on. So I'm like, if you feel that way, if you were honest enough to say, well, I did mess up, okay, well, sir, also move on. Keep it pushing. Okay? Because if not, we ain't gonna like you. Okay, we ain't gonna like you. Who else I want? Oh, y'all was hating on Aisha Curry so tough. And I meant to discuss it earlier. Well, I didn't realize. I feel like, she was on the Call Me Daddy podcast, and she was discussing how this is what I don't like about social media. People will do a full 1 hour, 2 hour interview, and people will see a short 2-minute clip, and they would then make a whole synopsis based on something that ain't really true. Now, that lady was talking about how before she had a whole plan, she didn't want kids, she didn't want to get married or whatever, but then life happened. Okay, she met Steph, they got married, she got pregnant, and then one day she looked up and was like, well, damn it, where am I? What am I doing? What do I want? And people took that as her saying, because she also said, sometimes he tries to, like understand me, and he can't really get where I'm coming from, whatever. And folk took that as her saying, I'm unhappy, I don't want to be with him, I'm stuck with a rich man and kids, and oh my God, I hate. And that ain't what she said. That's the most stupid. I was like, I think people forget that her point was, and what she was saying was, before I became a wife and a mom, I didn't think I wanted to be a wife and a mom. I wanted to do this, that, and the other before life happened. I didn't get trapped in shit. I'm happy in my life now. However, the plan I had at first it wasn't this life. For me, I used to want to own a hair salon. I wanted to be a hairstylist. I wanted to own my home. I wanted to own my own salon. I was gonna call it J. Well, I was gonna call it J. I think like J Shop or whatever. And but I didn't do any of that. So her point more was I had different dreams when I was younger, and then life happened. And then I thought I was okay, but I need more because I'm a person too. So yes, I'm a wife. Yes, I'm a mom. I love my life. However, I also need shit for me. And I seen folks that, oh, Steph don't deserve, no, she don't deserve Steph. I was like, why y'all do that? Why do y'all not understand that women can say, yes, I'm happy in life with my family and my man. However, I want more because I want more for me. I want to be more than just his wife and their mom. Because before I was his wife and before I was their mom, I wanted my own business shit. But life happens. And that don't mean anything went wrong, but life happened. I'm happily married. I love my children, but bitch, sometimes I now realize I spent, 10 years being a wife and a mom. I want to still be a wife and a mom, but I also want to be my own person and have my own thing. But y'all forget, once the kids leave the house, okay, and it's just you and that man, y'all have to be connected. If you and that man divorce, God forbid, you know what I'm saying? You want to have your own self. So I really hate how people was hating on her and like misconstruing her words and what she said. That was stupid to me. I'm like, that ain't what that lady said. So, she don't deserve Steph. Bitch, you don't deserve Steph. Shut up. Anyway, I was upset. Jennifer Lopez has a new movie coming out. It's called Kiss of the Spider Woman. Ben Affleck was one of the EPs on it, so that's why they were together. Not together. That's why they both were at the premiere. And I think some folk want them to be like enemies and whatnot. I think Jennifer is cool. Our ex is probably except Puff. Because Puff was in jail. But I'm like, people will say, oh, they together. What's going on? They cold? I'm like, no, they used to fuck. So they're very familiar. Okay. When you are around someone that you've had sex with before, y'all don't hate each other. There's still a connection between y'all. And so there's just no awkwardness around here. Okay. He was there because he was a producer on the movie. Okay. And he was there to support. But I will tell you this, they not getting back together. Okay. And if they try to, you don't do it. Don't. Whatever. People can be friendly. And let that be that, okay? Now, I also heard that movie it did bad at the end. I think it opened to maybe like $3 million, and they spent more than that making it. Okay, it's a musical. She's singing in it or whatever. I don't want to see it. If it come on the streaming thing, I'll watch it there. But again, I'm like, they not back together, child. They just working. Stop being messy. Stop being messy. Oh yeah, the stupid people who were stuck on the look. When I kept hearing 1,000 hikers were stranded on a mountain, I said, "Why y'all up there?" To me, I feel like and I know Mount Everest is a huge thing. 1,000 people should never be up there at the same time. Okay, that's part one. There should never be 1,000 hikers climbing Mount Everest. Okay, there's too many people. Okay, but anyway, they was round there climbing it. Okay, got stuck because a damn snowstorm, a blizzard hit the mountain. Okay, they couldn't get up or down, had to be rescued. And I feel like, why y'all be climbing? What's the point of climbing that mountain? I feel like this. There are hard things and difficult things that happen that you have to push through to make it. I feel like no one should have to force themselves to climb a mountain. Okay, mountains are not meant to be climbed by 1,000 people at the same time, or not. This period.
News to get to. Rescue efforts are now underway to get nearly 1,000 people that are trapped by a blizzard on Mount Everest. First question is, why would there be allowed to have 1,000 people on the mountain right now? But crews and those from the area are working together to remove snow that's blocking the area where those people are stuck. This is taking place near the border of China and Nepal on the eastern slope of the mountain. Some people that were trapped have already been brought down. Tourism in the area has been suspended.
First of all, here in Michigan, if there is a snowstorm, if I look out my window, if there's too much snow to get to my car, I ain't leaving the house. Okay? If I look out my window and I see snow burling around and shit, I ain't leaving the house. You hoes went to the mountaintop to try to climb a mountain, and for what? That is stupid. Okay, there is a dune here. It's like it's a real sleep. It's a real deep it's not a mountain. What's it called, child? What's it called here? It's like a slope at the beach. Okay, if you walk down there, okay, if you can't walk back up, it costs $3,000 to rescue you. Okay, and they did that because people will walk down this dune, could not get back up, and would have to be rescued. And so it's okay. Look, at the top of this hill, it say if you can't get back up yourself, it will cost you $3,000 for us to come get you. They should charge each person who was stuck up there $3,000. Because see, there are some things that it's not meant for you to do. It's hard for a reason. I'm not climbing no mountain. Ain't no mountain high, ain't no valley low, ain't no river wide, nothing. If you need me, don't call me. I don't care where you are. Okay? I'm not doing it. So to me, to have if it was 20 people, okay, cool. Maybe 20 folk thought, hey, we're gonna try to climb up there, but 1,000 people, 1,000. No. Because to rescue 1,000 people, you have to send hundreds of people. And they then have to risk their life and hope to save you. And hope they don't die. And I heard one girl who was there was live on TikTok. Oh, we're so high up. The air is so thick and thin, I can't breathe. I have to breathe. Bitch, go home. Okay? So I just feel like I need people to stop trying to climb these mountains. Stop trying to go down in the water deep to the ocean. Stop doing shit that you ain't supposed to do. Okay? If a mountain was meant to be climbed, it will be easy. It's called hills. Okay? You can climb a hill. It's fine. You're not supposed to climb mountains. Mountains are made different because it's not really made for man to be climbed up and down. It ain't. It ain't at all. And I would be pissed if my husband was around here having to walk up a mountain to save your ass and my husband died. Trying to save you. I said, now what is y'all doing? It's just stupid. Okay, it's dumb. It does not make any sense. Now, if the people around there who live close to the Mount Everest or whatever, if they make money off of the tourists and folks who want to climb the mountains, then that's y'all fault. Okay? Y'all better make the mountain, only the bottom part of the mountain should be go uppers. Okay? Look, no one can go past 1,000 feet. Okay? How tall is Mount Everest? It's 16,000 feet. No one needs to go 16,000 feet up there. Bitch, go home. Go down by the riverside. Okay? Go down by the dock of the bay. Okay? Because no one should have to come save you in a blizzard too. Anyway, did anybody die? Oh, one person died, and it's their fault. Anyway, okay. I just think folks stop being stupid. It's really that simple. Okay. Let me go back up because I saved the randomness of things. Okay. The prison boy. Well, yeah. Let me get the first thing. So the dude who was the 10 prisoners who escaped, it was the one guy left. I gotta find it, child. Derrick Groves was the last of the 10 inmates who escaped the New Orleans jail and whatnot. 5 months ago. They found that man 2 months ago. 2 days ago. He was on the run for 5 months. He was on the run for 5 months. Okay. And it was so stupid. Okay. Is he was only in Atlanta. Now, this is my thing. If you was in jail, okay, you escaped jail. Why would you only go over one, like one state over? You went from Louisiana to Georgia? Bitch, why would you not keep going? I said, they found him next door. Y'all do know Georgia is next to, bitch, the map. I don't look at the map often, but I feel like, okay, like Georgia and Louisiana, they neighbors. Okay. Yes, I wasn't crazy. So the fool went next door. Okay. Why would anyone escape something? And then that's stupid. That is so dumb. Okay. You wouldn't even want to go, bitch, go to Michigan. That's at least a hop, skip, and a jump. Go away. Go away. Wow. You went next door to hide from your mama? Like she couldn't see you? It took you 5 months to make it. Anyway. Then when he got caught, he was blowing kisses to the camera. Did I catch the kiss camera? He's stupid. Okay. The fool out here blowing kisses to the nigga, you're going to jail. Okay, you're going to jail. Where your clothes at? Why you naked? Why you look dusty? He in socks or is he in stockings? I don't understand stupidity. Okay, and I don't think we ever knew what he did to be locked up in the first place. That man's a murderer. Okay, I said before, if it was drugs, like a little weed, or whatever, fine. Look, maybe a little robbery. Okay, look, you stole some money. I don't care. That man was apparently in jail before for murder. Okay, either murder or manslaughter. Somebody died. Okay, and now he around here. They got his ass now, though. Okay, so now he's in the jail. Okay, he was arraigned and whatever. He's gonna be sent back to Louisiana. But I'm right
here. Have a seat if you don't mind.
And this one or the green one?
So, sir, I'm Judge Wolf. This is your extradition. I'm going to go over your rights so you can decide whether you want to waive extradition or not. I just ask, though, do you have any questions about your extradition rights? No. And do you want to challenge extradition or do you want to return to Louisiana?
I want to return where I'm from.
You want to go back to Louisiana?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whoa, now you want to go back to it. You really should have went to, yes, Nebraska. Okay. Mexico. Okay. Anywhere else. But I'm like, you were caught, next door in a state right over. And he was in a crawl space. Okay. Then I saw another clip earlier today where they said the owner of the house looked like it was renting to some girl. He did not know who the girl was. So you the landlord of the house that you rent. But you don't know who the man is or the woman is who rent the house that you own. And the house with them, it was messy. Ooh, it was so messy, child. But again, I'm not trying to help anybody commit no crimes. I promise y'all I'm not.
Do we have Derek Rose?
You are ever caught or you escape the people, do not go over one state. Go over a few states. Leave the country. Get away. Go away from us with the bullshit. Okay. I also think if he that's more time. So you risk being free, but now you back locked up, and you're gonna get more time. But it's absconding because all these man hours and overtime from you been out, he ain't gonna never get out. Ever. Okay. So again, if you know something, if your cousin has escaped, tell them hoes, bitch, go far away. Don't stay close. If anyone I know from in Michigan is, I would say no. Go to Arizona. Go to Utah. Okay. Go somewhere where no one here is looking for you. Okay. Shave all your hair off. Okay. Get a lot of piercings. Okay. Matter of fact, dye your hair blonde. Okay. Make yourself look real. Nigga, you look the same. Okay. You look like your mug shot. Why would you escape and look like your mug shot? Bitch, they're looking for you. Okay. If you know, you should not look the same. Okay. I'm just saying. Anyway. And don't be blowing kisses at the goddamn camera. That's weird. Is he crazy? He might be a little bit crazy. Anyway. I'd call that man crazy and stuff, but again, he back in jail. But look, I mean, he had 5 months of freedom. This man named Cameron Gilchrist or Gilchrist, I don't know. He was arrested because child. This is a time where Jada went. I think Jada went to Tijuana. Jada went to Tijuana. She cut her braids off. Okay. She cut everybody off that she knew from her brother was dead, her friend was dead too. But she went to Tijuana, okay, bought a car off a Guatemalan man at a gas station, and she just started driving. Okay. This fool probably went just next door and laid up with some bitch eating Fruit Loops and juice boxes. And now you're back in jail. This stupid. But this man right here, Cameron is gonna be the victim of someone beating his ass because, sir, why would you up and spraying HIV blood into the eyes of healthcare workers? I said, now what now? Now, first of all, he didn't die. Okay, a rowdy man is behind bars after he allegedly was spraying blood into the eyes of 2 healthcare workers, exposing them to HIV during a hospital visit. Now, also, this is why protection is necessary. Okay, you have in these protection protects you from things. Okay, if you are a healthcare worker, put your gloves on, put on some goggles, put on a mask, because folks is crazy. 25-year-old Cameron Gilchrist is facing 2 counts of assaulting ER personnel after the incident at a UNC Health back in March. He was getting some treatment for diabetes. Okay, is this ear swollen? Or those earrings? Are those keloids? Anyway, the man got the diabetes. Okay, he around there getting help for diabetes. Okay, and he sprayed blood at 2 employees, hit them in the face. Now, I don't know. I have a spray bottle. I'm confused. Okay. The workers suffer irritation and exposure and treat. It says both were exposed to HIV, possibly. Okay. It's unclear if they child. If I'm at work, bitch, and I catch HIV from a patient who sprayed me, I'm suing everybody. Okay. Because I and I know you can live with AIDS and HIV now. It's not like it was back in the 80s. I know that. However, I have to kill you now. Now I say he was not arrested for 6 months because he was under a psychiatric hold. Because I guess if you spray somebody with a child, girl, I don't understand. I need them to tell me how he sprayed it. Does that mean like did he have it bottled? Did he bite his lip and then spit at people? Like, how did that happen? I'm confused. I'm confusion. Okay, I don't know. But anybody who spray me with any kind of fluid that I can catch something, I have to fight you. Because you purposefully bottled it up for some reason and threw it at the folk. Okay? And anyway, girl, God, asses beat. Asses beat. Okay. It was one other crazy story I saw about people shooting people at like a store. Maybe I didn't say, but I don't know. Let's get to celebrity shit. Now, first of all, y'all, the Versus is back. Versus used to be so fun. They used to be enjoyable. We used to watch them like every week, or every week they would come on. And all the good artists and whatnot. And we used to have a whole little live after show. It then went away. Okay, the last verses was the R&B one. It was with Ray J, Omarion, by Valentino, Pleasure P, and whoever else. Okay, that was the last one that was around here. It went on a long hiatus, but it's back. Okay, it's gonna be Cash Money Records versus No Limit Records. It's gonna be on October 25th. It's in Vegas. They said it will be streamed as well, but they have not said. I'm assuming it won't be on IG how it used to be. We don't know where it will come from as of yet. But I mean, I'm excited. I feel like I am old enough to know I was living in my prime, child, when they were like popping. And I also said earlier, I was like, I don't think this should not include Nicki Minaj or Drake. To me, Cash Money Records, okay, this would be 99 in the 2000s. Okay, to me, Drake and Nicki are more Young Money than Cash Money. So to be fair, I don't think any artists who were not around in the beginning should be involved. Okay, in the big scheme of it, because once you put a Nicki on there or Drake, it's gonna get unfair. Okay, I think when Cash Money and No Limit was going head to head back then, we need only those artists. And a lot of folks from No Limit are either dead or in jail. So that's going to be, you know what I'm saying? It's a hard thing to do. Now, maybe they'll just play the records and not have folks performing the songs or whatever for No Limit. Because, you know, it'll be Master P, Mia X, Silk the Shaka, maybe Lil Romeo, Master P. They could Montel Jordan can come out and do Let's Ride. Because both Silk the Shaka and Matthew's on that song. Okay. I I just want it to be fair, where it's strictly Cash Child, Juvenile, them, Turk, BG, okay, the Hot Boys, okay, of course Lil Wayne, even the Big Timers, okay, we got them two. I've been saying, Manny Fresh and Birdman and whatnot. So I'm hoping it is an enjoyable night. I am hoping that it won't be no bullshit. I am hoping that I just hope it'll be fun. You know what I'm saying? Versus was fun because it was about the music. And at some point it became a bigger performance. And that to me is where it started to go downhill. When folks were like, oh, I gotta do a show. I need lights and cameras and action. And then shit got crazy. Okay, shit got crazy. Because shot when Bone Thugs and 3 6 Mafia got into a little scuffle. I said, bitch, not Busy Bone throwing a water bottle. What is happening? Okay, child, look. JD said the only reason the Bad Boy versus So Def did not happen was because the Bad Boy artist did not want to come for Diddy. JD was on I think he was either the Breakfast Club. He was on some radio interview. And someone mentioned, yeah, wasn't it supposed to be, Bad Boy versus So? This is a while ago, okay? And he said, well, yeah, he said, but you were told that, Bad Boy's artists did not want to come and do it. Because if you think about it, there are no Bad Boy artists currently who really rock with Puff. And you can't have a Bad Boy versus So Def without JD and Diddy. And if no one fuck with Diddy, Total ain't coming, 112 ain't coming, Carl Thomas, Faith, Lil Kim, okay, Black Rob dead, Biggie dead, Craig Mack dead, okay. Shine is now over there and Shine over there somewhere. Where's Shine at? Shine is, we don't go by Shine no more. What is Shine? I can't think where he at now, but he's somewhere else doing political shit. Okay. So there's nobody. Loon is somewhere else. Belize. I'm not gonna he's somewhere. Yeah, Shine is over in Belize. I think he's like either the ambassador there or he's something political over there. So he ain't coming over here. You know what I'm saying? There's no one that would be able to really rock with Bad Boy and Bad Boy. There isn't. And yeah, Puff can do his shit. The band ain't come around here. Daddy Kane ain't come around here. Okay, now Dave 26 might come around here. Maybe. Mace is somewhere with Cameron preaching. Now maybe Shine would do that. Maybe Shine would come from Belize and do, Bad Boy. His voice is so cute. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. But I am looking forward to the verses. I'm hoping it's done in the best way. Truthfully, for No Limit, it's gonna be heavy on the Master P. It's gonna be heavy on Mia X, heavy on Silver Shaka. Maybe, hopefully, they can get not Corey, C Murder to call in and do a little verse on the verses. But a lot of the No Limit child, some of the category artists too, they're dead or in jail. So it's like, what can we do? What could we do? I don't know. But I'm excited. We shall see. So yes, October 5th in Vegas. It's gonna stream somewhere. We don't know where. Okay, we don't know where. But child, hopefully it'll be a good thing. Wendy husband, well, ex-husband, who was, to me, Wendy's ex-husband, Kelvin, who kept trying to say, I'm going to speak up for her and get her out of the guardianship. The judge said, go sit down. Okay, Kevin, go lay down somewhere else. Okay, the judge said, sir, no. Okay, no. Dismissed. Hell no. Get out of here. No. No. I don't know why anyone's ex-husband who is still currently beefing with said wife over money would think the judge would say, yes, let's let him get her.
Not on my watch.
Get the fuck from around here, Kevin. Okay? No one wants you here, Kevin. Okay? No one appreciates you trying to act like you're doing things for Wendy's best interest, Kevin. Okay? The judge said no, dismissed. Okay, you have nothing to do with any of this. Okay? We ain't granting you nothing. Okay? No. No, no, no. Okay? So in that aspect, Wendy is winning because at least the judge, they already allowed that white lady in her business. Don't let Kelvin and her shit. It's a no. You had sex with that girl, Shireen. Is her name Shireen? Sherelle? Whatever the girl name was. You had a whole affair on your wife, knocked her up, and thought the money would keep coming in. And no, work. Go get a job, bitch. Go home. Go home, ho. Anyway. Megan Thee Stallion. So y'all know Megan is suing everybody. Okay. Megan said, y'all keep playing with me. I'ma show y'all. Okay. So Megan was like, I'm going to court because this one blogger was allowing Tory Lanez to use her to get at me. And the girl Milagro Grams, she's a regular blogger. Okay. She's being sued by Megan Thee Stallion. Okay. The court date, I think is next month. And the judge and them said, not only will this case go further and will go to trial, okay? They was looking up information. They told that girl, hey, Megan is suing you, okay? Meaning you cannot destroy any potential evidence in said case. You have to preserve everything in this case. You cannot delete shit, throw away shit, shred shit. You can't do any of that, okay? And the day after, she was served paperwork telling her, hey, you can't get rid of nothing. Allegedly, per the experts who had to purge her devices and stuff, fine, but she had deleted thousands of texts between her, Tory Lanez daddy, and Tory Lanez. Okay, now I feel like once someone tells you, hey, don't throw away, don't delete, don't mess with any evidence. If you do it anyway, that's illegal. Okay? And y'all do know that even when you delete shit off your phone, it's a trail some kind of way. I always say, if you're gonna do something illegal, you need to have in-person conversations, butt ass naked in an empty house. Okay? Meaning no one can record anything. There's no paper trail. If you're texting or messaging people, it's a trail of that shit. And she tried to delete stuff, and they said, no, ma'am, we got your phone. And it was the trail of texts, which should go from 1 to 2. It's in order. 1, 2, 3, hers went from like 1, 2, 7, 18, 30. It skipped because she was deleting shit. Okay? You stupid. You dumb. And now you are being sued. And now the judge said, we will allow Megan's team to tell the jury she deleted stuff the day after she was told to preserve all communications between her and whoever else. She then went and deleted thousands and thousands of texts. And even though we don't have the texts themselves, it would be implied that what you deleted was the conversations between you and that little man and his daddy. You're dumb. You're stupid. Okay? People need to realize when you are a blogger in this world, you cannot do stuff for these celebrities, because if you get sued, you are on the line. And now Tori's in jail and your ass getting sued. And they have evidence that you deleted thousands of texts. And she deleted like the WhatsApp. And it was all right after she was sent the stuff for getting sued. Girl. So Megan won. Because once you go to court and the judge and the jury hear, oh yeah, the defendant was told to not delete, not get rid of nothing. And what did she do the following day? Deleted thousands of texts that seemingly was between her and Tori and them. Girl, dumbass people. Dumb people. Okay? Speaking of dumb people, Paul Pierce, who is a NBA former all-star man or whatever, gets a podcast. That man was arrested for a DUI. Okay? Now, this be my thing with DUIs. I am a firm believer you have to know your limits in drinking. I am a 2-drink maximum drinker if I am the driver. Okay? I cannot have more than 2 drinks if I am the driver. If I'm a passenger, it's whatever, because I'm a driver. Okay? I also know if I have 2 drinks, I have to either leave directly after finishing the second drink or wait about an hour, drink some water to be sure I'm good. Okay? You would never catch me over drinking. I'm smart. I'm not doing it. Paul Pierce said I was tired. Okay? I was sleepy. Okay? He was on the LA freeway. Okay, the police found that man behind the wheel, Range Rover, in the middle of traffic on the freeway. Okay, they saw signs of alcoholic impairments or whatever, and they did a whole DUI investigation. So he was arrested on suspicion of DUI. And he said, "Look, I was tired. I was driving. Okay, there was an accident, holding up traffic. Okay, I'm old and I'm tired. I'm asleep. I'm old. I'm tired. I went to sleep." Okay. He posted this on IG. He said, "Imagine being stuck in a standstill traffic for 45 minutes and falling asleep. I took this picture the night because I've never been in standstill traffic for this long. I'm old. I'm tired. I fell asleep. I'm good, y'all. Thanks for the love." So his point was, I did it. Okay. I did it. But to me, I think, but how much did you drink? Because it wasn't you just being sleepy. You were sleepy, yes, but you also have been drinking, okay? And sometimes call an Uber, because at least if you sleep, it's in the back seat. Okay? If you're tired, you're in the back seat. Okay? You should never drive, drink, and be sleepy. Because the liquor makes you more tired. So he's not denying it. He's saying, yes, I was in traffic. Okay, it took too long to get to point A and to point B. I can't do it, Jesus. I'm guilty. Okay, but no one was hurt. But y'all stop doing it. Diddy and them. Okay, now we know Diddy was going to jail. He had the 50 months. Okay, his attorneys wanted him to do time. They wanted him to go to the Fort Dix place in Jersey, because it's close to the family, whatever. He can do the little drug and alcohol treatment or whatever. And the judge said no. Okay, I'm not going to send you to that place. Okay, I'll send you somewhere in the area because, yeah, cool, you want to visit family or whatever. We'll find somewhere that also has like the little drug and alcohol thing or whatever. But you can't go to that one. I feel like Fort Dix must be a very maybe cushy place. I'm surprised they didn't mention somewhere like in New York. But yeah, the judge said the court will recommend a facility in the area or whatever. but not that place. Okay, the BOP, the Bureau of Prisoners will pick somewhere. Okay, in New York. Now, I don't know. In regular, like, is this a federal thing? Like, if does anybody else get to pick their jail? I've never heard of someone asking, "Hey, where you want to go?" So maybe that's a federal conviction thing, to where you can recommend where you possibly may want to go. But they said, "Nah, you ain't going to Fort Dix, okay, at all." And I also feel like are they supposed to make it easy for him to get visitors? Because I mean, maybe send him to Arkansas, and they gotta come visit him in Arkansas. I'm just saying, but we shall see. Also, they were saying that because of his conviction, this is per allhiphop.com, he's been ordered to surrender a trove of freak off tapes. Who wanted the tapes though? If he was already found guilty, what's the point of saying get with the tapes? Okay, so it's a freak off tapes, some cash, digital devices. It's a part of his sentence. I was like, are they gonna like store it somewhere? I'm just confused because he in jail, in prison. What's anyway? Maybe they don't get it and just dispose of it. But they already had hard drives, iPads, iPhones, computers, about 9K in cash, but they want more stuff. Okay, so among the most notable items is the Visa tapes filmed back in '96. Mm-hmm. And so they want all that stuff. I mean, first of all, stop keeping the evidence. Okay, stop keeping the evidence, because when you do that, you get yourself caught up in the bullshit. Okay, matter of fact, you get swallowed. I don't want to get swallowed up.
Have you ever been swallowed up? Swallowed up
in the bullshit. Okay, stop keeping evidence of your crimes. Once they tell you, hey, we're gonna sue you for these sex tapes, burn them bitches. Okay, and let they say keep them. Burn it all. Okay, so Diddy on some bullshit. Anyway, look, y'all take a good 30 seconds or so. Okay, like the video, and then come on back for a good time. And we are back. Okay, so who I want to get into next, y'all? Let me find where Cam stuff at. So Cam, y'all know I am not a Cam Newton fan. You know, Cam Newton aggravates mostly all of my nerves on every day. Okay, on every day, twice on Tuesdays. Okay, and plus one time on Thursdays. Okay, he was discussing how he also him and Jasmine. She had that baby. So Jasmine birthed his ninth child, her second, his ninth, a baby boy. Okay. But he was discussing how he required the information of how many men she had been with before him.
I wanted to know her list.
Of who she fucked?
I want to
Names,
know. I
addresses?
needed to know. I have
Oh
to.
my God.
And I'm going to tell you why, though. I want to know because before I sit up here and really keep moving and elevating our relationship, I want to know who got one up on me. And if I'm willing to take on that burden, because why I want to know? If you had any type of relationship, intimacy, experiences with people that I really know, I need to know that. I'm owed that.
Now, first of all, there is a difference in saying, you know who I know. You know who is regularly in my life. Okay? Have you ever been with somebody who you know that I know? Okay? That's a valid concern. Okay? Because I need to know if you fucked someone in my circle. Just so that I am aware. I am fine with that part of a question. Say, hey, do you know my homegirls? You know my people? Okay. Have you fucked any of them? No? Cool. That's all I need to know. Okay. Because if you have fucked my homegirl, let me know that. Just so that I'm aware. Okay. But if you fucked a girl I went to high school with who I ain't seen in 30 years, I don't care. I don't know her no more. You know what I'm saying? What I don't need to know is everyone you banged. I don't care about that. I don't. I don't. I don't. I don't. That's stupid. And once you get to the age of my age, I'm 43. Look, full exposure. I can't recall every person I've slept with. I can't. Anybody, first of all, anybody I banged 15 years ago or more don't even matter anymore. Okay? At all. You only should be concerned with anybody I've been with within the past 15 or so years. Okay? That's it. Who I banged as a senior in high school don't matter. Who I banged when I was 22 don't matter. Now I'm 43. Why do you care if I banged Jacques Cousteau back in 2002 at the hotel on the boulevard? Okay? That ain't nothing for you to know. So Cam wanting to know everyone she slept with, because I need to know who got one up on me. Bitch, everybody I fucked. Okay, anyone I slept with has one up on you. It don't matter if you know them or not. Okay, as long as I've never been with anybody that you know currently, nothing else should matter. Okay, nothing else should matter. And the only reason I can say I get it, want to know if there's someone in my circle, is just for transparency. You know, that's it. That's all. Okay. If I even sat here and tried to make a list, I'm pretty sure. Look. First of all, my count ain't no one's business. Okay. Now I'm not up there. I don't have no irrational count. Okay. I mean, it's double digits for sure. I know for a fact. I'm at 10 plus. That's all y'all need to know. Okay. But unless I see you with somebody I know I had sex with. Who else I bang ain't none of your business. Because if we together, we run into someone I used to be with, we both gonna be surprised. Because I was not looking to run into anyone I used to bang. Okay? But Cam making up, I need to who got one up. Nigga, everybody banged. And a man who was having his 9th child with, and he had a few kids' mamas. Okay? Okay? You can't question my coochie miles. Because your dick miles is way higher than my coochie miles. Okay? Okay? So men who feel like they're entitled, yes, it's the entitlement for me. Who think they're entitled to know who we bang for what? For what? Who can you even name all your conquests, Cam Newton? Can you name them all? Because in my head, you probably bang girls who bang your friends because that's how it be sometimes in those spaces. But sir, stop it. Stop it.
Because if you don't give me that, you got me, hey y'all, this my girl, and you got somebody over there in that corner like, that nigga don't know. What's up, my boy? You good? She bad, ain't she? Yeah, that's mine. Baby, you want some juice? You want some punch?
But you're a special man because a lot of niggas, they're too insecure to act.
I wanted to know her list.
Now, Daddy responded and said, I actually love the fact he has my list. Meaning she gave him her count and whatnot. Look, if she like it, I love it. I don't think she like it. I don't think she like it. Now, he was then on the Breakfast Club where he, said more.
If there's a possibility for you to cross paths with someone, then yes, I think that should be vocalized. Yeah. But if it's like you're a hometown, crush, and they're never gonna cross, like, he don't need to know that. See, that's none of your business. The only reason you gotta keep close to the chest.
The simple question is, I just want to know your list. I don't care
That's crazy.
No, still low. You still smash my shorty. I
Does it count? One off or 10 off, it still counts.
Yes,
it's still off.
You got
and had a one night stand with somebody.
You're not telling your girl like, yo, I was in Turks and Caicos 10 years ago with my boys and I hit so and so.
That's why you lead.
Her business.
Okay, that's why you lead with everything so you don't mess up a vibe. And this is the thing that we all have to understand. Mm-hmm. What works for me may not work for you.
That's fact.
Cinderella's shoe was fit for Cinderella. My name is Cam Newton. I can't put on Cinderella's shoe.
We know that.
So that's his way of saying, I have all these rules that are my rules. Okay? This works for me and mine. And that's cool. Okay? If your point is it worked for me and mine, my shoe for her vagina, cool. But sir, it's still weird to me that you want a list of someone who you may never meet. It should always be, have you ever knowingly fucked somebody I know? And who I bang, I may not know you know them. And if I slept with them 20 years ago, and if we happen to run into them and you happen to know him, I could have forgot that man. Look. I swear to God, like last week, the past month or so, I've had very weird thoughts. Okay. And I swear to God, I was thinking last week, like, there's at least there is at least 2 or 3 people that to this day I know their name. I cannot remember their face. Okay, and there are some where I know it's impossible for people who are, in their 40s and higher to remember stuff from 30 years ago. Okay, child, I lived a life. Okay, I told y'all I lived a life. And I ain't no slore out here. However, I was like, I know it's a guy I met. He had a Bronco truck. Don't know the nigga name. Okay. So if I run into him in 2025 or in the future, I would be like, damn, I did bang him, but I forgot. You know what I'm saying? I've told y'all before, the dude Bone who had a snake in his house, that's all I remember. It was a dark skinned dude. He had a house and a sleigh bed. That's all I remember. Okay. There was a dude, we called him Softy because his penis would never stay hard. It was a weird. He had like erectile. It was so weird. Okay. My point is, okay, there is. I knew it. You want to look. We're not gonna do that. My point is, okay. There is, if you've lived a life, okay. If you've lived, y'all don't know what I want to say right now, but I can't, okay? Because I can't. But anyway, my point is, you may not remember stuff from 20 years ago. Okay? You may not really remember. I don't remember the dude who bed, it was a sleigh bed. Okay? And these are not like, I had like relationship with people. I just can't remember. Okay, I can't remember because I'm 43 and I used to smoke weed. I used to say I don't remember. So Cam wanting Jazzy to give him a whole bitch. He may not remember. I mean, she may not remember all the people. Okay, at all, and that's okay because who I banged 20 years ago don't good. So okay, so can we do it? Okay. So me and him we have all kinds of conversations. Okay. And so I have teased him for years because of the A&W story. Okay. And that is very much so a back and forth between us. If we are fussing about something, I say, what about A&W? Okay. So, I've never banged someone at the A&W. But I did meet a guy named Bone who had a snake. And that's all I remember. But I didn't bone him at A&W. Okay. But again, we have a past and we don't judge each other around here. We've all lived a life and stuff. Point being. But Cam can't be asking people for their list. They may not remember. And that's okay. I'm pretty sure Cam don't know all of his conquests in life at all. But making that a requirement is weird. Because if he run into the A&W girl, that will be hilarious. Okay. But if I run into Bone, first of all, I probably have seen Bone and did not remember. Because I be man my business, okay? I'm pretty sure they say A&W. Again, y'all, this was 20 over 20 years ago. He's talking about this is nothing recent. Okay, anything spoken here is stuff from over 20 years ago. Okay, but Cam Newton to me likes to control stuff. And to me, him wanting to know her full list is him trying to control the narrative of what he deems worthy of him. And I feel like unless a guy come and tell me I fucked 1,000 girls recently, like yesterday, I'm like, oh no, because you out here slurring, okay? I don't want no slur, okay? Slut and whore. But if you like, back in the day, because y'all know back in the day, from my age, when I was thought and bopping or whatever, it was just fun and whatnot. It was safe fun around here, okay? So I'm like, it was different. So Cam trying to find out who fucked who on what day, because I don't want no dude who fucked my girl thinking he got one up on me because he fucked her too. I'm like, y'all both lucky to fuck me. That's the get you gotcha. Okay, that's the thing. Okay, look, if two people okay happen to meet up at the aisle of the Piggly Wiggly and they realize they both had me with them.
She's an icon, she's a legend, and she is the moment. Now come on now.
Compare notes. Okay, compare the notes. If you can find someone that will discuss the stuff, y'all compare the notes. Y'all both got good taste. What you mad for? Cause he banged first. I left him alone. I'm messing with you now. Leave me alone. But I don't like how when I hear him talk about stuff, it seemed like it comes from a place of a bit of insecurity, a bit of control, a bit of I want to be the biggest swinging dick in the room, even if my dick ain't big. And if I make people feel like I'm this big person, I feel better. Cam to me is a big peacock. It's showboaty shit. He's too flashy for me, and I don't like it. Okay, I don't like it. And again, you can ask your partner, hey, have you fucked any of my friends that you know I'm cool with? Have you done that? No? Okay, cool. Okay. You maybe fucked my high school, somebody knew. Okay, I don't care. I don't know them. That was 25 years. If you ain't fucked I don't care. I don't care. And to me, there's not even this attractive feature in Cam that I think he gives off. It's a weirdness in him that I don't understand. So no.
I'm like, yo, we get into this. That'd never be.
There's a possibility for you to cross paths.
That'd never be me. A lot of
the
times,
table.
it's not even about what it is, more so than are you willing to tell me?
Yeah.
If I'm asking you what I deem is extremely surface level and extremely innocent, because I'm not judging, I'm happy, baby.
Right.
I'm not going nowhere. I already know before me there was somebody or somebodies. Let's talk about it.
Why? I don't want to discuss nothing I've done before. As long as currently I am clean, currently I am happy with you, currently we can get real free and nasty together, whatever. That's all that should matter. To me, discussing who I fucked before ain't the thing. Okay? Go get tested, get naked, and get freaky, and forget everything else. And I've never fucked your friends. And that's it. That's it. Because once the conversation pops up about, well, who you bang? Well, what y'all do? Why you want to know that? We did it. Thank you, Pete, for the super chat. Because it angers me and my girlfriends, my homegirls, that he really wants to feel like the start of the conversation is, well, let's discuss who you fuck. Why are we discussing who I fucked before? All you need to know is I'm not a virgin. Okay, I've had all the kind of sex. Okay. This is what I do like. This is what I don't like. Okay. We can do all of this except this. Okay, we don't do this right here. Okay, and let's do it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna say, yeah. Look, there was a him, there was a her, there was a we, there was a they. You know, then us and we. You know, and then they and those. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing Andre, Doug, Jonathan, Tom, Billy Bob. I'm not doing that. None of it. No. Okay. You want some cooch or not? Okay. Because if we are at the point to where we're having sex, we've already had the conversations that you know me. Because I'm not fucking no strangers in 20. I ain't fucking no strangers in 25. You know what I'm saying? So like we're already on that level anyway. So what are you looking for? What more do you want from me? Why do you want names? I don't know their names. Okay. We got Bone, who had a Bronco and a snake. Okay. We have Shannon, who drove a Sebring, and I keep thinking niggas had Sebring because they were cheating on their girlfriends. So my point is, why you want the names? Okay, I don't remember about 6 names. Okay, what am I supposed to put in place of that? And once you know their name, and if you ain't judging me, and I say my number is 17,472, then what? Okay, if I say my number is 5,037, then what? If I say my number is 12, then what? Why do the 12 names matter? For what? Look, it was a dude I banged in the hospital, and here for hospital because he had surgery. He was tired, and you want to hear my hospital bang story? Okay, cool. I had a boyfriend. He was a hemophiliac. Okay, he had blood issues or whatever, and he was in the hospital for a blood transfusion. Okay, he was horny. We then had sex in the hospital bathroom because he had his own room. What does that help you to know that me and my ex-boyfriend had sex in the hospital at Henry Ford Hospital? Why? What does that help? Now what? Now, whenever we go to a hospital, we're going to bring up the time I fucked my ex at the hospital. The same way I always bring up that him banged somebody at the A&W. Okay? It's like, anyway. My point is, there's nothing wrong with someone telling you if they fuck your friends. But you should not want to know, anything more than that. Okay? Yeah, I didn't went off a cliff that I did not want to go off of. Okay? I'm just saying. I had a long week. Okay, I had technical issues, and I gotta get the energy out. Okay, I gotta release the energies, and I may have a drink. Anyway, but yeah, y'all look, don't y'all go telling nobody y'all stuffs. And there's one thing to tell a funny story. That's cool. That's fine. But I'm not gonna sit around with you and tell you all my names because I don't remember some. But I can recall any time I was with a person, but I might not know their name. Cause I don't think that was that man's real name. I think I called that man Bone. And I think Slaybed's name was Daryl. Or something with a D. It was something with a D. Damon? No, Damon was the one who mama was a crackhead. And I swear to God, I thought they lived in a crack house. Anyway, let's move on. How did we get here? Sex life. Sean, let's move on. Porsha is a part-time lesbian. Okay. No, she's a convenient lesbian. Okay. Porsha from the Housewives of Atlanta was at some kind of panel thing. Okay. And they was asking her about dating. And Porsha said, bitch, I'm dating everybody. Okay. I'm open for business.
The people who I'm talking to now, it's just two. I've narrowed it down to two. Okay. And he is nice and she is nice.
So Porsha, she snuck in there. Okay, she snuck. I did a whole YouTube story time about the crackhead mama. I didn't know his mom was crackhead until later. Anyway, Porsha to me is a convenient lesbian. Okay, she is now, her and Simon are divorced. She was saying how, now because I'm not with a narcissist or whatever, I can't be as open. I'm not being love bombed by a narcissist. So I'm dating this man and this woman. I say, girl, so now you're a lesbian. Now, then a little footage, okay, a Porsha, no music, a Porsha them at something, a Housewife of Atlanta filming, and they're saying the lady next to Porsha, okay, is somebody named Patrice Sway McKinney. And they said that is who Porsha dated. Now, I don't know that lady. Okay, but Porsha to me is a convenient lesbian, and okay. And look, if you choose to eat some cooch, eat some cooch. I don't want to eat no cooch. It ain't for me. I am a full-fledged penis assault. I like penis and that's it. I don't want vagina. Okay, so I'm not eating no one's cooch. Okay, now. Porsha, on the other hand, is dibbling and dabbling. But I feel like she is looking for attention. Okay, if no one will believe me, dating some man, I'm dating a man and a woman. I need more storyline around here. Now, this person, Sway the Pro, they were showing how Porsha be comment chat with little heart eyes. And to me, maybe it's friends. Maybe Porsha like her outfit. I don't know. But I call Porsha a convenient lesbian. We will see if this is just a story that tide came up the bullshit or not. But I'm not, girl. I don't believe Porsha at all. I'm gonna skip over her. Stefan. So Stefan, this Cardi B's baby daddy. Some folk believe they broke up. I don't know. It could be he busy and she, because again, he playing football and football is in full swing right now. He is back now after being out and injured and whatnot. I think he is fully in football mode, and she was in album promotion mode. I digress. His ex, someone he used to deal with, okay, Milan Henderson, is suing him for assault. Okay, she wants at least $250,000, but not more than $1 million in damages. Again, this is not anything new. She said this before. Okay, it's the same thing she said this again. Okay, she filed a. Let me say, no, he sued her first, I believe, and so she's countersuing him, saying, no, he assaulted me. Okay, on July 7th, she said Diggs punched her in the back of the head with a closed fist, leaving her with a concussion. She claims she almost she felt did she fall? Oh, that almost immediately after the incident, Diggs mounted an effort to induce her into signing a non-disclosure agreement, so that he, look, it's he say she say. Okay, I believe she also had showed some paperwork for a concussion and had someone else's name on it, and it's just weird. Okay, he sued her first, accused them of assault, trespassing, emotional distress, and even attempted extortion. So he's saying she's trying to get my money. Okay, they came around here, tried to get my dick. I said no, you can't have it, and they assaulted me. So I don't know. Okay, go to court. Go to court. Again, if he did it, lock his ass up. Okay, if she did it, lock her ass up. It's a back. This is the definition. He said, she said. He said she beat me up. Okay, and she said he did it to me. Now, I don't know. Now, if somebody breaking your house, if someone breaking your house, are you allowed to beat them up? Yes. So if she broke in and he ain't know, and she's an intruder, he do have the right to defend himself. However, if he was the aggressor, he's wrong. I don't know. Okay. A lot of folks are like, oh, it's only coming up now because he's with Cardi. No, this came up before him and Cardi. Okay. Wait, she said that was after he beat her. She said they wouldn't see each other much come September. You're right. Cardi did say that about her and Stefan. When it's a he say, she say thing, I never know what to believe because one of them is lying. I don't know who. But again, she wants about $250,000 or $1 million. Now, I will say this. Her amount sounds extortion-like. However, if he put his hands on her, get that money. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? But again, go to court, get it handled, leave it be. LeBron James, he's 41, right? He had posted, I don't have it. He did a whole, the decision, this whole thing. He was promoting announcements that would come out at noon on a Tuesday or whatever. And we all thought, even me and him was thinking, oh, maybe he's retiring. But him said to me that he could be trolling. Before it came out, he said he could be trolling. And I said, I don't know, he's old now, shouldn't he be retired, blah, blah, blah. And so we didn't know what it was. And then when we seen that it was him doing a Hennessy promotion, folks got pissed because people thought, because he's 41, he's been playing for 23 seasons, people assumed he was going to be announcing his retirement. So the prices for the home games skyrocketed. A ticket that was maybe $40, maybe $80 was now $800 or $1,000 or whatever. And people bought the tickets. So this one person, a fan, is suing LeBron. Okay, he said he's suing for $865.66 because that's how much he paid for a ticket, for 2 tickets. Okay, Andrew Garcia is in small claims court. He was misled by LeBron's recent second decision teaser. So he bought 2 tickets for $432 each, believing the announcement would be LeBron was retiring and he wanted to get to one of the last games. But it was released it was an ad, child, for some Hennessy. And so he said for him, I've now paid $800 for tickets, that's not worth that because he isn't retiring. And I'm like, I said LeBron and them should pay for any ticket holder who ticket price went up because people thought he was retiring. I do think it was inconsiderate I think LeBron and his whole team knew exactly what people would think the announcement was. I think they had to have known that. I'm saying, even if LeBron and his team, if I don't think they had any intention to cost people money in that way. I don't think that at all. But I do think they had to say, people don't think we are announcing a retirement. I think that was stupid. You understand? I do think there was a way to promote the brand of Hennessy and not make it seem as if you're retiring, in my opinion. So LeBron is a multi-millionaire. I think any ticket purchaser who ticket was more money, LeBron should just reimburse them because it only went up because people thought you were retiring and you knew you weren't. Now, if LeBron announces in 2 more weeks at kickoff that he's retiring, cool. But if you're not retiring at all this season and folks spent, $800-900 on tickets thinking you were retiring, like, give them people their money back or pay for their ticket. Make a post and say, hey, I'm sorry, y'all. Anyone who bought a ticket to a game and the ticket price was astronomically higher, send me a copy of your receipt and I will reimburse you for your ticket price. Because my intent was never to cause anyone to spend more money for no reason. Now, my thing is also sue whoever changed the prices. Okay. Just saying. But LeBron, stop playing. Because just retire. You've made it. You've made it. Who left? Child, my screen is still freezing sometimes. So I think, see, it's spinning. Am I froze? Let me hurry up. Oh my God. I can't click nothing. It's frozen. What got left? We did Cam. Did I do Meg? I did Meg. I did Offsets. I'm doing Cardi in a minute. Oh, let me do Wendy. No, I did Wendy. Oh, let's get the Drake. Child, it is spinning. Oh my God. It's being dumb. Drake. Drake was around here being a little BIE. Okay. Drake was trying to sue. Drake sued. Drake sued UMG over the Nalika this. To me, Drake lost the moment he tried. Oh my God, it's frozen. I told y'all before we was having technical issues and it's being done right now. Drake was suing because of the Not Like Us song. He was suing UMG, saying they purposefully, help make the track, promote the track. They were trying to purposefully, mislead folk into thinking he's really a pedophile or whatever. The judge said, bitch, no. A New York judge just filed the book on Drake defamation case against UMG, saying Kendrick's song, was freedom of speech. It was not a smear campaign. Drake really acted as if they're defaming me. They're calling me a pedophile. I'm like, you call Kendrick a woman abuser. Y'all both accuse each other of stuff that I don't know if it's true or not at all. But suing to me was stupid. It was a move. And the judge said, a reasonable listener could not have concluded that the Not Like Us song was facts. Look, do I think Drake is an absolute pedophile? No. I do feel like it was a funny line and it rhymed and the beat was popping. I do think there were moments in Drake's past of him saying things that were a bit like, what is he talking about with that underage person? You know what I'm saying? That made the line plausible. But do I think, or do I know for a fact that Drake is out here pedophile? No. And I don't think anyone thought that from the song. It was just funny. That's it. You know? So he lost. Now, allegedly, Drake said, I won't go quietly. Oh, UMG said, go away, bitch. UMG said, wait, no, what did they say? Oh, the lawsuit should have never seen the light of day. I agree. Okay. From the onset, the suit was an affront to all artists and their creative expression, and never should have seen the light of day. We're pleased with the court dismissal and look forward to continuing our work to successfully promote Drake's music. Because Drake is with UMG, Drake and Kendrick. Like the same stuff that you accused them of doing for Kendrick, they do for you. No, I did Wendy Williams. I'm gonna do Wendy in 1 second. I did Wendy Williams. I'm gonna do Wendy. I'm gonna do the felon in a minute. Okay. But they're saying that Drake said, I would not go quietly. I'm going to appeal it. For what? A spokesperson confirmed the rapper plans to challenge the decision. We intend to appeal today's ruling, and we look forward to the court's appeal reviewing it. Is Drake still putting out music? Are we ignoring Drake? Is he on tour or something? I don't know that, man. But I think, trying to appeal is I feel like you tried it, it didn't work, stop. Appealing it to me, that's your Caucasian side. That's it, that's all. Who else I gotta go to if I gotta get to Wendy and them? Oh, child, Eddie from Raymond. What do you get arrested for? Eddie was arrested, child. Darius McCray is in legal trouble. He was arrested near the Mexican border in California. He was taken into custody by the U.S. Border Patrol officer Sunday, booked in the San Diego jail on what's listed as a fugitive arrest. Okay, because he had out-of-state warrants. Not from Michigan. What are you doing in Michigan? He had an out-of-state felony warrant issued in Michigan. Aaron Barlow told him the warrant was from he had a missed court date by unpaid child support. Hey, you a deadbeat father? What would Carl say? Not you a deadbeat father. Lord, the actor is his wife, former Hollywood top channel, blah blah blah, 2019. Child, that man on child support. He was supposed to be paying $1,300 per month in child support. He was arrested in 2015 and 2013 because he did not make payments. That man ain't got no money. Okay, he don't have the $1,300 a month needed for child support, so they got arrested. Maybe he was trying to go to work in Mexico. Okay, I don't know. We got arrested. Stop going to the borders. Okay. Dolly Parton said, I'm not dying, bitch. Leave me alone.
I know lately everybody thinks that I am sicker than I am. Do I look sick to you?
I know we love Dolly Parton. I get that. And she's a treasure. Okay. She's a treasure. But I need Dolly. Dolly looks surgical. And I don't know if Dolly realized the older she gets, her surgery looks more surgical.
I'm working hard here.
face is pulled tight, bitch. On Men in Black, when Edgar got killed by the bug, okay, and Edgar walked in the house in the Edgar suit, and she said, "Edgar, your skin's hanging off," and the man pulled the skin back real tight. She looked like somebody's wearing a Dolly suit. Her face is pulled real tight, but Dolly said, "Bitch, I'm okay. Okay, I ain't dead yet. My husband died. I got sad. I let some of my health, lack. Okay, and my doctor said, bitch, get around here so I can help you be better. Okay, and that's it. Because Dolly's sister was saying, "Oh, pray for my sister. Child, look at." Is that Dolly Parton before?
That's suspicious.
Yeah, it's funny.
That's weird.
Look. That's Dolly Parton? Bitch, I don't think I've seen Dolly Parton's real. I don't think I've ever seen Dolly's Parton's face before she had stuff done to it. I think she looked better before the work.
Say, I know lately, everybody thinks that I am sicker than I am. Do I look sick to you? I'm working hard here. Anyway, I wanted to put everybody's mind at ease, those of you that seem to be real concerned, which I appreciate. And I appreciate your prayers because I'm a person of faith.
Hey, Siri. How old is Dolly Parton?
Dolly Parton is 79 years old.
I'm going to move on from that. Dolly Parton's sister said, "Bitch, I'm sorry." Look, all I'm saying is, yeah, we love Dolly. We do. I love Dolly dearly. I love Dolly Parton more than Betty White. Okay. My point is, I'll be cut out in a second. I've never seen her before I don't recall seeing her before she had any work done, and seeing her with work done, I realized how different she looks than who she was before. And I think she looked fine before. But her sister was out there saying, "Oh, please pray for my sister. She has some issues and whatnot. Pray for my sister, child. Please help prayers. So folks thought, "Oh Lord, Dolly dying?" Because you don't really ask folks for prayer unless something's wrong. Working 9 to 5. I'm just saying, child, I love it. Anyway. But yeah, the sister was like, I need some prayers for my sister. So people thought that she was gonna die. Because Dolly had canceled some tour dates or whatever. And they thought, "Oh Lord, she's going to Jesus." And they said, "No, I'm okay." So the sister then said, "Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare anybody. Okay, it wasn't serious. She was a little sick. I just say, hey, I was saying she had a little cold, little flu. Okay, little bit, little bit, or whatever." So again, Dolly fine. But again, I did not know Dolly had all that work done. Child, I don't know. Now let's do what we're gonna do. I'm gonna hit on Cardi real fast. Child, look. Child, JT was talking about stuff. It's stupid. JT, shut up. Okay, JT would look. Have you listened to her album yet? I've been trying to get him to listen to Cardi album since it came out. Go cut it on right now. Anyway, JT is fussing back on social media. I know you haven't. Back on social medias. You were supposed to. I'll talk later. She's ugly B, has not shut her dick sucking game. First of all, why do people say dick sucking lips? As y'all know, any lips suck dick. I'm just saying, big lips, little lips, even folks with no lips. Okay. But again, JT out here still tweeting like she won the beef and she did not. She still want to act like she won something. Even her saying Spaces is not the studio. Girl, Cardi said, bitch, I ain't got time for you. My album is selling.
Have a conversation on the phone. You wanted a rap beef and you lost. And every single time these bitches be losing, they delete they fucking whack ass fucking diss records. They deleted she deleted her shit. The other bitch deleted her shit. Can't fuck with me. I'm a real artist for real. I have a conversation.
JT's song that she put out was deleted off of social media and off streaming. So folks are saying because the song did so horribly wrong on the studio, because it went so bad, she deleted it. But I'm tired of the rap girlies beefing. Bia was beefing and whatnot. Okay, she's retweeting stuff that JT said. You're both losers. Okay. Cardi did.
Let me make this very fucking clear to y'all, right? Let me make this very fucking clear.
Cardi's confirming she did call and cuss you out.
Last year, when I dropped Classy and a Cunt, this girl started dissing me and subbing me on Twitter because she think I copied her whatever the song, because she also sampled the same song. And
they both sampled Missy's song.
It's like, bitch, what's good with you? Because you subbed me one time, then you subbed me again. So I called you. And there's another thing I don't like. I don't like when bitches act like, oh, they call me screaming, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I'm screaming at you because you subbing me. So I want to know what you on. I want to know what you on, right?
See, I called you, I fussed you out. Anyway, I feel like the back and forth of it is crazy. Again, JT talking shit, girl, we don't like the music. Bia was talking shit because she was on the Breakfast Club. Well, no, she was on some other podcast interviewing shit. I don't care. Here we go.
So, what did you initially think when you did hear Cardi's Pretty and Petty? When she is talking clearly about you, it's
diarrhea. She called you diarrhea Bia. Breath so bad you can smell it before you see her. I was like, girl, be a Labrador. Okay.
She too is addressing it. Like, were you like, oh, this is exciting? Like, do you like the competition? How did you view it when you heard it?
I was like, oh, I'm glad she got that. I'm glad she felt like she could get that off. But but overall,
what is that?
Like for real?
Is that raccoon fur? Is she in a raccoon fur? Okay.
I knew it was coming because, like, this is rap. I'm competitive. So, like, I diss you, you diss me, but you diss me, I diss you. It's like,
right.
It was like a thing that we know what the reasons were and why it was all happening. So I like, it's part of the game.
Right.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't really, like, make me feel no type of way other than, like, it's not true. Mm-hmm. Like, there's things on there that's like, and what am I supposed to do? Keep rapping with partisan? Mm-hmm. I gotta, like, let that go.
So she's trying to say Cardi ain't even a writer. Cardi wrote it. I don't want to fuck the party and blah 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 blah. At the end of the day, in a rap beef, what matters is who song was better. Okay. No one was thinking about Bia, talking with Bia, talking about her on any given Sunday until Cardi dog walked her on her song Pretty and Petty. So to me, it's cute. It's true. It is a rap beef. It is rap battle. It is a back and forth thing. your diss to Cardi that you did, I think last year, was trash. She was pissed at you because you were telling people that she would cheat on Offset with like somebody else and mention her kids. So I'm looking like it's not really a bad thing. And even if Cardi wrote it, Cardi rapped it great, in my opinion.
If she want to get on this, and so I'm not mad at it, but I'm not gonna keep going back and forth with you and the writer for over and over. This is a year later.
And I think like what you took, even with her song "Pretty and Petty," you kind of, I don't want to say made light of it, but you use it in your promo, right?
Yeah, I
like
did.
Where you're like, clearly she's talking about you. And does someone know 5 of your songs? You're using that to promote the album, posters. Like, it didn't seem like, I don't want to say hurt your feelings, but it didn't seem like it did that to you.
I'm super like, I'm a Leo, so.
What is?
She cried in the car. Okay. Bia can't tell me that Bia can't tell that she didn't feel something. I mean, she's probably happy. Let me go to Bia page. She's probably happy because it's getting her some shine. If she is putting out an album or whatever, it gets attention. But I'm like, girl, we still don't know 5 Bia songs. I can't name. I don't know. I don't know any of her songs, and that's not because she might have fans of her own, and that's cool. That's fine. However, don't act like you put out a body of work that was good and that we liked. The diss track you put out was trash. Okay, so you and your raccoon fur go away. Get away from me with this a pile low. So again, Cardi is out here promoting her album, pregnant and all. Okay, Cardi is everywhere working the album, promoting herself, and her attention is from her art. If Bia was being interviewed based on her shit and not Cardi dissing her, that would make more sense. It would make more sense. Now, Bia smart. Put on your raccoon fur. Okay, go do some interviews. Okay, promote your app. Use the attention for sure. But I'm like, girl,
Start shit and then
no. Okay. But Cardi's smart because she's knowingly, is that all the Cardi stuff? She's knowingly still promoting in my drama. And she is the drama. Anyway. But Cardi to me is winning because we still don't know no Bia songs. The album is still doing great, and she's still promoting.
I was gonna do a Instagram video to Pretty and Petty as fuck, but this is how I work. This is how my shit work, right? This is how I work. I know how stressful it is to put an album out, and I know how fucked up you be in the mind when you put an album out and shit. So I feel like if I do a video to Pretty and Petty as fuck this week, or like today, today, I feel like I'll be bullying. And I don't want to feel like a bully because when I bully, then God takes from me.
That's nice, Cardi. Cardi said, I'm not going to go at her while she's trying to promote her thing. I'm going to let that bitch be. Okay? I'm going to let her be and let her be a Labrador. Okay, cool, fine, in a hurry. Now, lastly, I want to get to, because Cardi beefing with everybody, girl, she's drunk. I want to get to Wendy and them. Now, today, okay, I was asleep. Okay, I was in my bed. Waking up, ooh, it was Friday. I was happy. It's the day. I ate a little pickle. And I did not go on social media. And then at around 11:30, I get to my phone and I look and I was like, why I see a mugshot? Is that a mugshot, bitch? I was so confused. I said, Dr. Wendy from the Housewives of Potomac got arrested. Her aunt. Now, first I said, was they fighting? Because I didn't read the headline. I just seen the mug shot. Because I know a mug shot when I see one. And when I seen the mug, I said, oh, were they fighting, child? Is the household not a home? What is going on? And then I seen everybody and their mama have already put out 13,000 videos. I was like, oh, but I'm late, okay? I didn't know nothing. Ain't nobody told me nothing, okay? And that's arrested for what? Now, initially, when it came out that they were arrested, it only said it was some fraud charges, and it was about something that was in excess of $300. And I was like, I know goddamn well they not around here scheming or they not around here frauding for $300. I said, that is chump change. How was that? I was so confused. So I was like, I need to wait to see what happens. I'll go live when I get off work. And throughout the day, more information came out about Wendy Acefo, Eddie Acefo, who both look high. Well, no, Eddie look high. Okay. Eddie, because Eddie, they have that Happy Eddie weed brand. And so I said, Eddie looked like he took some edibles and smoked some weed. Okay. Now, Wendy looked like she had at least a couple edibles. And she's real happy right now. Okay. Or maybe they just had sex. I don't know. But they were arrested, child, Thursday nights on fraud. And I said, you mean to tell me that two individuals who know for a fact what should not be done did what not should be done? I was like, what happened? And all day, little by little came out. Okay. Wendy is facing 16 charges, including 7 felonies. Okay. And at first I was like, what did she do? And he did too. I was so confused. But let's go to the press conference, child. Hold on. Let me pull it up because I have the video here. Oh, it's being so slow. I told y'all, I don't know what's going on. I got a bad new computer.
An arrest of Wendy.
So this is the press conference. They had a press conference, bitch. They put a press conference on in Maryland today.
And Edward Acefo of the 1900 block of Turnberry Court in Finksburg, Maryland. Both Wendy and Edward are reality actors in the series The Real Housewives of Potomac, Maryland, which is filmed partially from their residence in Finksburg, Maryland, an hour away. On April 7, 2024, at approximately 10:13 p.m., deputies responded to a residence in the 1900 block of Turnberry Court in Finksburg for a reported burglary. Edward Acefo called 911 to report the burglary.
Now, first of all, I didn't know that Eddie's real name was Edward. I guess it's not a big deal, okay? But I remember last year where they came out and said they were on a vacation, child. They were on a vacation and they came home and their house was broken into, and how a lot of their high value items was stolen. The bedroom was ran. I remember it last year. So this stems from that. Okay, so he's saying the police responded to the crib about the burglary.
Edward and Wendy Acefo, both from Finksburg, live at that address, and they have 3 school-age children. They reported that their home had been burglarized sometime between April 2nd and April 7th of 2024 while they were on vacation in Jamaica. The house would have been vacant at the time with no one house sitting. No one had a key to the residence, according to the Acefos. The Acefos claim that designer handbags and jewelry valued at more than $200,000 were missing from the primary residence bedroom upstairs.
And I always feel like when someone say they broke in my house and took purses, this is my thing. I feel like burglars take cash and jewelry. When people take I'm like, a purse? Now they good. Now they good expensive ones. The Gucci, I get that. But I'm like, I guess.
Responding patrol deputies handled the burglary according to policy and made contact with investigators with my major crimes unit to assist because of the dollar amount that was stolen. Crime scene investigators came to the scene the night of the report to process the scene for fingerprints, DNA, and anything of evidentiary value. And while I'm there, I want to thank the state police. They actually responded, and the superintendent of the state police, Colonel Butler, I want to thank him for working with us on the case and providing resources. It should be noted that the residence does have interior and exterior surveillance cameras.
If you look, this is all alleged. Okay, they have not been convicted of anything. They have been accused of things. Okay. I want to say this again. I'm not trying to encourage anyone to break the law. However, if you want to file a fake police report for a fake robbery, you should say, I don't have no cameras. Okay. We didn't see nothing. You can't have cameras that don't capture the fucking robbery.
None of the cameras picked up any motion or indicated a breach inside of the house. Cameras also did not pick up any suspicious activity outside of the residence during the time the Osefos were away from the residence. Detectives also checked surveillance cameras from neighbors. No evidence of a break-in or suspicious activity was noted at the Osefos' residence. When you live in neighborhoods these days, at least if every house don't have a camera, there's always someone who has a camera that sees something. If y'all have cameras on the inside and the outside, and it did not, child, if it caught deliveries of packages, but didn't show nobody coming or going, what the fuck? Patrol deputies and detectives found no signs of forced entry or physical evidence of a burglary, such as footprints, fingerprints, or any entry point. The Osefos alleged that the burglar came in through a second-story window into the master bedroom.
Now, I know some folk may say they came in through the second story at two apartments ago. My first apartment, I lived on the second floor. And y'all know I told this story before. My ex, I know he did it. Okay. And the reason I know he did it was because we, again, lived on the second floor. It was right after I put him out or whatever. And he knew we left the bedroom window unlocked. Okay. And the fact that someone broke into my apartment, used a damn shopping cart from the grocery store across the street, child, and it was right up under my window, and it came in through my bedroom window. So people can climb in second floors. However, there's always evidence of them getting up to the second floor.
There was no evidence inside the residence that someone made an attempt to get into the residence through that particular window. No evidence indicated that anyone attempted to enter the house. The bedroom upstairs where the theft occurred was ransacked. The mattress was thrown off of the bed onto the floor to give an indication that a burglary did occur.
Now, the reason that looks bad is because they're saying that they claim the burglar got in through this window in the second floor. This makes it seem as if no one broke into the house and the room was ransacked, that would mean that potentially Wendy and or Eddie made it look like a robbery. Because if no one broke in, who ransacked the space? Okay, if y'all say they got in through the window of the second floor, but if that is not true, who ransacked your room before the police got there?
Initial responding deputies again called our investigators because of the high dollar amount that was stolen. After the initial report, following days, we made contact with 3 separate insurance companies that the ASEPOs used to insure their property, which is common with this loss that this type of loss that detectives actually communicate with insurance companies to share information.
Meaning you can't claim that you lost a half million dollars of stuff and think there won't be an investigation fully into it.
In the days following the initial report, the ASEPOs contacted detectives several times to provide additional information about the alleged burglary, evidence, and missing items. They also reported the loss to their insurance company. Again, the ASEPOs alleged and claimed that just over $200,000 in items were stolen from the burglary. Weeks after the alleged burglary, detectives discovered Mrs. ASEPO had posted photos on social media wearing jewelry that matched items she had reported stolen.
Which is stupid. If you say they stole my rings, you should not wear not one ring at all for a whole year. Just in case it looked like some other shit. If you're reporting they stole these rings and this stuff, why would you then post any pictures of you in the thing, in the jury?
Specifically a diamond anniversary band. Detectives were provided receipts by the ASEPOs for the loss of items that they had purchased dating as far back as 2018. On those receipts were email addresses. We had become suspicious that this was a false claim. On those receipts were email addresses, which detectives authored search and seizure warrants so that they could access both the ASEPO's email accounts to attempt to acquire more evidence. The emails provided additional evidence that indicated this was a fraudulent claim, specifically Edward's communication with Wendy, and I quote, "Are there additional high-value items we can add to this inventory list? I'm trying to get the total to exceed $423,000, which is our policy maximum."
So this fool, this is all alleged. The fact that they got a search and seizure warrant, which means they are able to get copies of all the emails between you and your husband. Okay. Now, I don't know if this can fall between spousal privilege. I know spousal privilege usually means they can't use one spouse against the other, but they can get y'all communication between each other as evidence. Okay. But the fact that there's an email from Eddie to Wendy asking, hey, are there any other high value items we can list to raise the amount we can get from insurance? Not him saying, hey, was anything else stolen that you missed? Are you missing anything else? It's a fact he's saying, hey, are there any other high value items? I want to get it as high as we can get it, because that seems like I'm child. And it's not one thing. It's okay. The video footage of your house don't show the burglary. There's no proof of the burglary in the house. The fact that you allegedly posted a picture of yourself in the same stuff you said was stolen, and it was after the robbery. And now there are emails between you and Eddie, at least Eddie emailing you about, hey, I'm like, Eddie, why did you not walk down to her office in the house and ask her in person, hey, what else can we list? I'm not saying don't scheme and scam. You want to scheme. That's on you. But why are you scheming and scamming via email?
Over the next several months, detectives worked diligently to verify the information provided and to locate the reported stolen property.
Because when you report a robbery, the police typically want to get the stuff together. They want to find the stuff. So maybe Winnie thought if we report the robbery, it'll be a loss and we just get news, we get the stuff back. No, they did an investigation.
It was later confirmed that Mrs. ASEPO had returned several of those same items valued at over $20,000 to the place that she originally purchased prior to the alleged burglary.
Meaning, so you also listed stuff that was stolen in this robbery. even though you would return the shit to the store and get a refund.
We can see as far back as 2018 and several items that have been purchased in 18 and receipts supplied to the insurance company, only those items have been returned to the purchaser or to the store that she purchased them from during the window in 2018 of the return policy. Meaning if it was a 90-day return policy back in 2018, she actually returned those items within that 90-day period. Those receipts were supplied to us, and those receipts were supplied to her insurance company and were alleged by the SFOs to be stolen in the original burglary.
You gave the police and the insurance people receipts of shit that you returned. Again, thinking they're not, if I returned this back in 2018, they're not gonna know that in 2024. Yes, they will. It's called a paper trail.
Based on a thorough investigation conducted by detectives in my office in coordination with the Carroll County State's Attorney's Office, it became clear that the SFOs had fabricated the burglary and filed a false report and attempted to fraud their insurance company. On October 29th, 2025, the case was presented to a Carroll County grand jury, which returned indictments against both Edward and Wendy SFO on multiple counts of fraud and false reporting.
So they did a whole investigation on them, got evidence on them, went to a grand jury, and the grand jury said, yes, you can arrest them, indictment.
Both individuals were located and taken into custody at their Turnberry Court address on the afternoon of October 9th, yesterday, by the Carroll County Sheriff's Office detectives. Deputies executed a search and seizure warrant at the residence during the arrest. An additional 15 items that were believed to be reported stolen by the SFOs during the initial report were also located during that search and seizure warrant. Those
Let me rewind. Hold on. Because when we went to arrest y'all, we had a warrant to search our house.
October 9th, yesterday, by the Carroll County Sheriff's Office detectives. Deputies executed a search and seizure warrant at the residence during the arrest. An additional 15 items that were believed to be reported stolen by the SFOs during the initial report were also located.
So during the search and seizure, while we were arresting y'all, okay, we found 15 items in your house that you claimed were stolen. And let's say this, okay, if you bought stuff a while ago, you can't get it back. Okay, most purses, shoes, shirts that you buy in 2018, 2019, 2020, you can't, they don't, it's not, child, this hoodie I got from Torrid whenever, last year, year before last, whatever, I can't get it from Torrid no more. So if I say, hey, my Mickey Mouse, my gray Mickey Mouse sweatshirt that cost me $75, you know what I'm saying, was stolen, I can't then be on camera with the sweatshirt and say, oh, I got another one. That ain't how it works. That's not how any of it works. When you have expensive handbags, typically they don't have the same ones available later. Now you have some that are like the regular brand or whatever, but most handbags that are, that are special, you can't get this. You can't get a 2018 handbag in 2024. It's gone. So now we don't know which 15 items they're saying they found. But my point is, usually if you buy something years ago, you can't get that same thing currently.
During that search and seizure warrant, those items included jewelry and high-end handbags. The SFOs were booked into the Carroll County Detention Center and later released on $50,000 bonds, or with $50,000 bond. Real quick, I'd like to acknowledge the work that my office did, Detective Richie Harbaugh. My detectives, they're just absolutely amazing. Richie's one of the finest detectives on the planet. So high praise for him. Also, the Carroll County State's Attorney's Office, Mr. Shoemaker, Mr. Culver, and Melissa Hockensmith is who handled the case for the State's Attorney's Office and has been working with us diligently.
We got him. Thank you, Keisha, for super chat. I can't believe they would be so stupid. They have ruined their lives due to greed, child. Greed. Greed. And this is the thing. They have not been convicted. These are all allegations and charges. They have not been convicted. They have not been found guilty. However, It's a plethora of things that make it seem like it's a scheme, okay, that ties it up to bring it to bullshit. Okay. And them saying, yeah, there were purses, handbags, and jewelry that were in the house that they said was stolen. And let's be clear, if someone broke your house and stole one Birkin, they're gonna steal two. So you can't even say, well, I had two of those. So they stole the one Birkin, but not the two Birkin. Okay, they stole the one diamond ring. Now, why? And no one has. This gonna sound mean. Wendy and Eddie don't have enough money to buy two identical Birkins. Okay, so you had one Birkin or one expensive handbag that was stolen. In my opinion, you don't have that same exact handbag. You don't. You don't. If you have, I have one Gucci, this, I don't have another one. I just have this one. Okay. My other Gucci is up in the closet. It's a different one. So if I say this one was stolen, I can't then have a second one round here. Thank you, Shani, for the Twitch chat. Great weekend. I'm having a really good weekend for real this weekend. I am. It's gonna be great. Thank you for the super chat, Shani. Is it Shani or Shani? I think is it Shani? Y'all know more what I pronounce the names. But it's stupid that they did any of that.
In this case, I'll now turn it over to the state's attorney if he has some comments, and then we'll answer any questions you guys may have.
Okay, good afternoon. In response to the various media inquiries that I've gotten today in connection with this matter, I've indicated to everybody, and I want to emphasize it again, as a threshold matter, that all persons are presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. So I want to get that out front. As the sheriff indicated yesterday, the defendants were indicted by the grand jury for Carroll County in connection with Wendy Osefo. It was 7 counts of insurance fraud.
7 counts of insurance fraud. Felonies.
8 counts of conspiracy to commit insurance fraud.
8 counts of conspiracy to commit insurance fraud. Meaning where you did it and it's a conspiracy. You did it and it's a conspiracy.
And 1 count of false statement to a police officer.
Meaning when they called the police and said, they broke in my house. They broke in my house. You gave the false statement because ain't nobody do that.
They posted bail this morning. So also in addition to what the sheriff alluded to a few moments ago, I'd like to note that the investigation of this matter, and I certainly want to give props to Detective
Not give props.
Harbaugh, who worked in close proximity with my Deputy State's Attorney Melissa Hawkinsmith in connection with this matter. But the investigation determined that on April 8th, 2024, the Osefos initiated 3 separate insurance claims for the alleged burglary and theft that occurred at their residence. And those were against Travelers Insurance, Jewelers Mutual Insurance, and Homesite Insurance Company for their alleged losses. Mr. Osefo gave recorded statements to 2 of the insurance companies regarding a list of stolen items. He was also asked whether any of the items on the list had been returned, which he denied. He was asked if he had other insurance but failed to disclose to Homesite and Jewelers that he was also making a claim with Travelers. For a Homesite Insurance, both Edward and Wendy signed a sworn statement of loss, which was notarized. The total amount of loss claimed on the sworn statement of loss was $2,500 for the damage to the building itself and $450,000 estimated for contents and personal property.
$450,000. That's why they have a press conference, because they didn't just say, hey, give us about 10 grand. It's like a half a meal. Okay, it's $500,000.
He included an inventory of reported stolen items along with receipts for the purchase of most of the items on the inventory. That claim was denied due to the failure to disclose the policy with travelers. And in the original claim submitted on April 8th, 2024 to travelers, Edward is alleged to have confirmed that he and his wife were wearing their anniversary bands when the loss occurred. However, Edward called travelers on April 10th, 2024, and said he needed to update their claim, stating that his wife's gold diamond anniversary band was missing. So that same day, travelers settled the claim for $25,380, which included the replacement price of the band, which was $4,500. After the initial reported claim on April 11th, both Wendy and Edward signed and submitted letters to Jewelers Mutual claiming the burglary occurred and items were reported stolen. At the request of Jewelers Mutual, the Osefos provided an initial list of 57 stolen items. Included on the list was Wendy's gold anniversary band that was reported in the traveler's claim. On April 22nd, Edward was interviewed during a recorded call and did not make any mention of the jewelry claim or payout with travelers. So essentially, I know that the burden will be on my office to show that Edward and Wendy conspired to make fraudulent statements and provided misleading information in support of making the 3 insurance claims for financial gain.
His point is, people are going to say that we have to prove that they did these things. We want y'all to know we are giving you proof they did these things. Now, on Twitter, they were showing, hold on, remove this. They were showing, I know it's small, y'all, but I can read it, okay? This is the actual indictment. Can I get bigger? Hold on, let me see. Let me see. I want to get bigger. Wait, let me just screenshot it. I want to read to y'all, okay, the actual indictment stuff. Because I feel like y'all don't get how they even got to feel like Wendy and Eddie lying. Okay? It's a whole bunch of liation going on today, and we don't like liation. Okay? You can't lie to us. Okay, so and tell us it's raining and you're pissing on my head. So here's part 1. Because even with small y'all, I can read it. Okay, I need to be able to see it. So, part 1. Let me read it to y'all because it ain't looking good for them. Okay, so again, they called on April 7th saying, hey, someone broke in the house. Okay, the cops went to their house. Okay, said, hey, what happened? Matter of fact, let's get the pictures up and let's do this. I'm gonna read to y'all what it said. So, the police went to their house. Well, they said, hey, we came back from vacation. Someone broke in. Okay. The deputy said, okay, what happened? They came in where? Oh, they came in through the bathroom window on the 2nd floor. Okay. The police then said, the bathroom window? This little bitty window, you sure? I'm sure. It's the thing. Now again, they said the bedroom and both closets were ransacked, and several handbags and jewelry were stolen. And they came in through the 2nd floor master bathroom window. Okay, the bathroom looked onto a small roof that's about 9 feet above the deck. They say it wasn't no ladder or any deck furniture because again, if it's the 2nd floor. They not Spider-Man, okay? They can't fly. How would they get the 9 feet? Did they jump? Is they Jordan? I don't know. They said again, nothing was disturbed that would show, oh yeah, they used the ladder. They used the chair. They used the deck chair. Nothing was moved showing, hey, yeah, they moved the chair from here to there. And burglars don't put shit back. If the burglar pulled your deck chair to the house to climb and to climb up in there, they're not going to move the chair back. It'll still be there. So that nothing was shown to where how they got up in there. Okay. They claim they did not touch nothing. Okay. There was a screen with damage, like laying on the roof, and the window was not locked. Okay. It said to go in or out of that window, one had to step on the toilet. The police said the toilet lid was down and had no debris on it. When the sheriff stepped on the roof back in the house, they tracked roof grit back inside. However, you telling me the burglar came from the roof in here, had to step on the toilet, but there's no debris. If I'm the cop and I quickly, carefully walk out and in, I track in the little grit. Did the burglar clean up after themselves? Okay. Because why is there no grit on the inside from when the burglar did it, but when I did it, it was so again, it's like, wait a minute. Then that ain't how they got in here. Okay, again, they had a Ring camera and the ADT system. So a Ring camera for the Ring and ADT. Okay, the cameras were activated. Okay, because they was on vacation. During the time they were away, there was no motion inside the house. Okay, but there was activity for package deliveries on the Ring camera. So you want us to believe the Ring camera picked up your packages being delivered. Okay. But nothing else was captured. So that means, was it a ghost? Was it Casper? Okay. Anyway, they then made 3 claims: Travelers Insurance, Jewelers Mutual, and Home Sites for the losses. Now, I don't know if you're able to make 3 claims for one incident and get paid by 3 people. Now, I said, I think if you have different life insurance policies, that you can get, but I don't know if insurance for burglary counts. I think if you have that, you can't get them all to reimburse you for the same items. Okay. Now, if the home people give you money for home damage, and if the jeweler people give you stuff for the jewelry, and if the other one you stuff for the purse, that's one thing. But y'all want to all up from everybody? Anyway, Eddie gave statements to 2 companies for stolen stuff. Okay. He denied any items that had been returned. Okay. He was asked if he had other insurance. He did not tell them. So he's lying to the companies who think, hey, we're their only policy. So again, Travelers, Jewelers Mutual, and then Home Site Insurance. So the 3 companies think they're the only one. We don't know about the third and the second. Okay. So it says for Home Site, 80 in them signed a statement saying, hey, yeah, $2,500 for this and $450,000 for the stuff. Okay. And then he goes some receipts for the stuff. Okay. The receipts. And then that then showed, well, some of this shit y'all took back to the store. Okay. You returned it back to the store, meaning you already were reimbursed for that stuff. So you got money from the actual store. You got money from us. You double dipped. Okay, you double. That's like if someone breaks in my apartment right now and they take all my stuff, okay, and I get paid for me insurance folks, okay, fine. But if I lied and hid it all in the closet, or if I lied and returned it all and got my money back, and they still gave me money, it's money on top of money. And even someone said, I think I heard it may have been the press conference, it was like, that make your insurance rates go up. So if you have homes and if you have these carriers, our rates go up because they're paying more money for fake claims. Okay. So They got $25,000 from travelers. But again, it's stuff that was never stolen. So because of the cops saying it don't look like anyone broke in, because you said it came into how they get in here, where is the footage on your cameras? Okay, why isn't there no dirt truck from outside? That's one thing. And then we seen your ass in the ring you said was stolen. Okay, then the freaking receipts were receipting to stuff you returned years ago. One item was it says they had a $20,000 for items. There was a Dior shirt listed for $1,450, but the shirt was returned back in 2023 for a refund. A Gucci leather wallet was purchased in 2018 and was refunded later for $948. While reviewing social media, while looking at Wendy's social media, they seen her in a picture in the ring he told them was stolen. Again, I don't know why y'all be scamming in 2020s. There's too much cameras, social media. You can't even count where they're looking at stuff. Because to me, I think they thought, we'll say we got, now again, they also said that their cell phones were in debt. Now, this is my thing. Ain't Eddie a lawyer? I thought it was a lawyer of some sort. I digress. I said Wendy left the John Hopkins job. I don't see where Wendy was making an absorbent amount of money. Wendy kept wanting to start these businesses. She had that candle line, that podcast. So they were spending money on endeavors that were not bringing in any money. You know what I'm saying? And even the Happy Eddie stuff. I'm like, the Happy Eddie stuff probably just started making money. So again, if the burglary happened back in April 2024, that means before the Happy Eddie stuff took off, they were in debt. Allegedly. And that can be because, again, they got 3 kids, 3 children, that big ass house, trying to keep up this lifestyle on this show. You know what I'm saying? Traveling, vacations here and there. Child, let's go to her page. Let's go to Wendy's page. Wendy. Oh, on top of that, let's real quick. They was released on $50K bond. This their statement. Dr. Wendy herself or her husband Edward. Oh, now he's Edward. Edward Osefo are back home safely with their family and in good spirits. A rep said they are grateful for the outpouring of concern and support from friends, fans, and colleagues. The Osefos, alongside their legal team, look forward to their day in court. At this time, they respectfully ask for privacy as they focus on their family and legal process. Okay, so again, they were 50K bond, fine. Bravo has pulled Wendy's wife swap episode. Now, seeing for why they do that? That ain't fair. What about? Look, because that show have not aired yet, because it's a brand new show, and Wendy being accused of, indicted on charges of insurance fraud. Okay, they probably don't want no more problems. Okay, it's probably good because we don't know what's going to be shown in their house that can say, oh, they said that was stolen too. So I feel like them pulling her episode is because right now it's some shit. Okay, that she's accused of doing. And it seems if the accusations are correct, it was deliberate. Now I said maybe they did not know you can't make more than one claim to more than one carrier. That's one thing. However, if they claim stuff was stolen, that was stolen, That's called fraud. Okay. But let's go to Wendy's page. Because Wendy and them, she ain't saying shit. Wendy and them, she was just around here in a gown, child, being celebrated or whatever. Okay. Celebrating the Nigerian independence. And I told y'all they already be saying that they be scamming people, child. That they already feel like Nigerians are scammers. Girl, why would you do this? Okay, and this is 2 days ago. Again, her comments are now limited, meaning only people that she probably follow or whatever can comment. Okay, so the comments are promoting Happy Eddie. Okay, she in more rings, child, and that stolen jewelry. Now, Wendy is not the first, and she probably will not be the last housewife to get in trouble. Okay, let's make it clear. Child, look on her, my man. We out here partying, child, on the beach with jewelry on and Chanel and outfits and photographs with lobster. So again, flaunting the pure exuberance of their wealth. Okay, because typically people who post this kind of stuff is showing, hey, we live a life of leisure. And Wendy just said on the show, we are making money from Happy Eddie where we can pick and choose when we want to work, what we want to do, girl. And lo and behold, child, not the doctor giving the speeches, shot to schools. So Wendy has, again, her and Eddie have not been convicted. Okay, it's strictly an allegation. Now it's a tough allegation, child. It seemed to have a lot of proof around here. Okay, a lot of things around here. The email from Eddie to her around here. This can absolutely affect her bag because Wendy was one of the housewives who was at every Bravo event. She was put on the Bravo spinoffs. Okay. She was very much so a Bravo girl. And the same way with Teresa went to jail. Karen went to jail. Jen Shaw was in jail. When Jen Shaw and Teresa, when stuff was happening with them, they weren't really out and about like that. You know what I'm saying? So if nothing else, she won't be out. She won't be out and about getting awards. This was from the U.S. Black Chambers and for honoring me as one of the 25 Power 50 women of influence. So, the thing that she was always, invited to. It's going to change a little bit while she's going through this. Okay. Now, I also don't know if they knew they were being investigated. You know what I'm saying? Don't know. What I do know is they've probably went through their pages and took shit down since being arrested. Because they had posted about the burglary on the page. Again, and this is all old stuff. Okay. Again, the burglary, I'm trying to get back around to April of 2024. That's when it happened. That's when it happened. So you round here, child. She round here, girl. And if folks feel like, oh, y'all, had the robbery thing, and did y'all then take the money from the robbery? Okay, and then start going on vacation. Did y'all get the $450,000 from the robbery situation, and then use it to fund your lifestyle, to pay some bills? Kamala, girl, move. Get out the way, girl. Okay, don't do it. don't do again. I'm just saying. Now this stuff, which is June, this is all after the burglary. Okay, after the burglary, and so after the burglary, y'all in Paris, and did y'all use the money, child, to go wee? Okay, because if after, I'm just asking. So we shall see. So yeah, this April 4th. So this was supposedly her over there in the islands, child, with her husband, and they over here in the islands, and they get robbed. A whole burglary. Anyway, it's unfortunate because I feel like, we loved Wendy. You know what I'm saying? Wendy was a fan favorite because we felt like at some point, she was a little bit bullied by Giselle or whatever. But, you can't be out here scheming and scamming. Has she? They took her out, Bravo. Child. BravoCon 2025, child. I feel like if they have if Wendy has any sense, Wendy wouldn't go. Because I'm scrolling down to see, down to Doctor. I see Dr. Simone Whitmore. So no, she's still listed as going on the Bravo website. But Wendy has absolutely messed up her Bravo bag, at least for right now, meaning she might be proved to be innocent. But until then, until she can prove her innocence, until she can, show and prove that, hey, it's hey, I did, that was all Eddie. Until they can prove their innocence, they will continue to not be Bravo's favorite couple. Because again, there are not many, married couples that are on Housewives of, the only Wendy's married. That's it. Well, the one new girl, Angel, was married. Not Angel. What's her name? Angel? I don't know. But Wendy was one of the only housewives with a husband who was likable. You know what I'm saying? They have a beautiful family. He's a lawyer of some sorts. She's a doctor of the books and whatnot. They have this brand of trying to be the best Nigerian they can be and whatnot. And now y'all have mug shots, and the evidence presented by the prosecution seems like y'all knowingly lied about a burglary. Now, again, maybe they didn't know it was that illegal. Maybe they thought it's just frowned upon. Claiming other people's kids on your tax returns is, you're not supposed to do that. A lot of folks do. Okay? So maybe it's like that. Maybe they thought, hey, it's not a big deal if we just say, hey, judge, or hey, insurance, we lost all the purses and all the jewelries and whatnot. And maybe they thought it was a victimless crime. However, if there is any inkling of truth to, oh, we did it. My bad. Didn't know. Wasn't trying to deceive. But I think it's going to be the point of them saying, y'all staged the break-in. That's going to be when the police say they told us that people got in through this window and there was no proof that happened. Because when I walk out on the roof to get in through the window, it will be impossible to not track in any dirt. It's impossible to have cameras that did not show anyone not only coming in, but leaving out with y'all stuff. And that's a get you gotcha. It's not even that, hey, we don't see nothing. It's the fact that if somebody walked in your house empty-handed and walked out carrying bags of handbags and jewelry, why did no one on your camera or any camera around your neighbors catch anybody leaving with y'all shit? If y'all was gonna set up a robbery, why would y'all not say, hey, cousin who live in Tijuana, come up real fast. I need you, the door gonna be open now. I need you to put a mask on. Okay. I need you to get caught on my camera leaving with my stuff. Y'all didn't think to have, because who was left with the stuff? But I think, and this is only my opinion, they thought, hey, if we say the stuff got stolen, it's gone. We got receipts of what we paid for. You know, we're in this nice neighborhood. You know, who won't do a full-fledged investigation? Child, they don't. It's the amount of money. If you think any insurance carrier is going to give you $425 or $450K and not fully look into it, you stupid. And again, Dr. Wendy's degrees must not have not one piece of investigative skills. Okay. But I was like, ma'am, even I would say, baby, if we gonna say they broke, we have to have, bitch, I would say we have to at least say it happened in a rainstorm and you go buy some big ass boots, okay, and walk across the floor to show boot prints, okay, and then go burn the fucking boots and throw them in the ocean. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, y'all, and again, it's all an allegation. It's all an allegation, you know. Y'all didn't scam right. And what person is on a TV reality show and your house is broken into and your stuff is stolen? When my house was broken into, I felt so naked. I felt scared. I felt violated because it's like you were in my space. So the fact that Wendy never talked about the robbery, besides posting about it on the social medias, okay, that's it. You didn't talk to anyone about being scared or being upset that someone violated your home and stole your stuff. No one. So it's stupid. It's dumb. So, you know what I'm saying? Girl, always, look, I always say, if you're going to scam. First of all, don't scam. Okay? First and foremost, don't scam. It's never worth it. you will always get caught in some way, shape, or form. Okay. And Eddie emailing asking for what other expensive items was dumb. Y'all not dropping some dirt on the floor was dumb. Y'all not at least putting something under the window. And this is if they set it up. Okay. This is if they set it up. Wendy be walking around with a child. Wendy be looking like $1 million. Okay. And the accusation is that they were saying that Wendy and Eddie were having money issues. And it's plausible. Okay. It's plausible. Because we really haven't seen Wendy going to work per se. You know what I'm saying? We don't know their finances at all. But if they out here, candle lines and podcasts and equipment and all these trips and blah, blah, blah. And even them doing the Happy Eddie stuff, that costs money to get started. So I think they probably went in debt trying to do stuff and said, well, I'm like, fuck, bitch, file for bankruptcy. If you have, look, and I'm like, what's the debt? I think any debt that's $50K or less, girl, file for bankruptcy. Okay, either keep paying off them little bills, okay, until whenever, or bankruptcy it out. But it's not worth it to commit some kind of fraud to get out of debt because it gets you more. Because then you got lawyer fees, bail fees, child embarrassment fees. Okay, you're gonna lose money on endorsements. And if Eddie becomes a felon, can felons own and operate a weed business? So did this cost y'all gravy train of the Happy Eddie brand? But they look high as a kite, bitch. Eddie looks high and tired. Wendy looks like, girl, I'm busted now, bitch. What you want me to do? I'm here. But I'm like, was it worth it? And I know, no one wants to be in debt. You know what I'm saying? No one wants to have any debt on any given Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? But you also don't want to do something that gets you out of debt that can get you in more trouble. That's the thing. And then but again, sometimes Wendy and Eddie could be book smart. Meaning I am highly educated, but you're also very stupid. You're street stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, I am very street savvy. I'm not book stupid. I'm just not a genius. You know what I'm saying? I'm very well-rounded. And it could just be Wendy and Eddie are very book smart. Again, they're both highly educated. Okay. However, this shit, based on the allegations, make y'all seem street and common sense dumb. Because I would be like, okay, let's say they came in through the window right here. Oh, it's dirt outside. Track some dirt in the house. Why? Because they can't come in through the mud and not get that flow dirty. You know what I'm saying? That to me means you're common sense smart. Because who can say, well, he dragged the body through the river onto the porch. But where's the water? Where's the water trail? Okay. They came in through a second floor bathroom window, but there's no dirt on the bathroom floor, and there's dirt on the roof of the thing. You can't walk through a garden and not leave dirt on the grass. This is dirt, bitch. Okay. So, I mean, but they shouldn't talk. They shouldn't do any interviews. She should not be a BravoCon because everything will be scrutinized. Because now they're being actively investigated. And they may not remember stuff they said was gone, they could still wear. Yeah, and the main thing, no camera footage. Okay? No camera footage. That's the stupidest shit to me. I'm like, people with cameras, you catch people walking up to your house. Because what's the point of having a camera that don't show the entrance or the exits? Now, unless they have a maid who knows all the blind spots. Who the fuck was it? Which was it, Casper? It had to be Casper. At the end of the day, I mean, it seems
that's suspicious.
Yeah, it's funny.
That's weird.
It seemed like
It was all a lie. Guys, it was all a lie. She lied.
It seemed like.
Do you want me to bring the receipts? Do I need to bring the receipts? No.
Anybody that ever told you differently was a fat Faison liar.
Y'all get caught. You know what I'm saying? You get caught. And there's no way around it. There's no way around it. I know their families are pissed. Wendy mama was like, bitch, you got caught stealing insurance fraud. So they got them for insurance fraud, conspiracy to commit insurance fraud, and giving a fake report to the police about the burglars. They're saying that the burglars was fake to scheme and scam for the money. And now everyone's looking like they be stealing. And Giselle is somewhere having a fucking field day. Because she know, and we only into episode 1 of the season. That means Wendy probably will not be on any of the Watch What Happened Live episodes. Because, and if she is, she'll probably say, I can't speak on it because it's an ongoing case. You know what I'm saying? But at the reunion, would probably won't even be filmed until sometime next year. Hold on, let me get it, girl. Let me get it.
This ain't stealing. This ain't stealing.
It's absolutely stealing. It's the definition of stealing. Okay. So again, Wendy may possibly do stuff and then they say, I can't.
Shut your mouth. Okay?
So, Wendy, what about you and Eddie stealing from the people? Wendy, will you be in jail soon? Girl, don't you got no money?
Insufficient funds. You ain't got no money.
I mean,
okay. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know why.
We can see the evidence. Like,
I mean, look.
Y'all didn't put no dirt on the floor?
It's almost hurtful to me to watch her be so dumb.
Oh, you want all the money?
Not on my watch.
Child. At the end of the day, they gonna end. Okay. At the end of the day, I'm like, stop scheming and scamming people and not thinking it through. Okay.
I'm fighting for my life. Y'all killing me with this.
And the fact that y'all gave them folks receipts, your receipts got y'all caught. Okay. Y'all gave them folks receipts that showed them y'all returned the shit. You know how stupid that is? You're dumb, girl.
Is it a coincidence? Is it a coincidence? I ask you. Is it a coincidence?
Shut up! That is so stupid.
Anyway, y'all, it is almost 1 o'clock in the morning. I have been gone all week. It was a busy work week for me. We had so many issues with the techniques, whatever. A good time was had today. Okay. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Okay. I know I am very consistent. I know that. Okay. But I am happy to be back on this topic here. Again, I'm never happy to see anybody be arrested and going to jail, child. But if you cause your own demise, okay, that's on you. Okay. Karen might have went to jail for drinking and driving. Okay. But at least she had a reason for being dumb. She was drunk. What's y'all excuse? Okay. Drunks make dumbass decisions because they drunk and they stupid. Like Karen was. Okay. What was y'all excuse for thinking of this harebrained scheme that got y'all caught on the damn news all day? Anyway, y'all have fun today. I did. Okay. Please make sure to do, 1 or 2 things for your girl. Okay, 1 or 2 things. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel. You know what I'm saying? If y'all was here 3 hours and 17 minutes ago, thank y'all for sticking around, child, and stuff. I might be live Saturday, or today, because it's Saturday now. Because there's still other things to get into. So you look for me around, tomorrow afternoon and whatnot. I did review the House of the Potomac. So look at Wendy. Look at up there in the churches of money. Stealing. Anyway. But yeah. Okay. Look, I love y'all, and we had a good night. Yeah, a 3-hour tour. We get 1 3-hour tour a month. That's the one for October. Okay. We'll have a game night. I'll plan a game night for the JayBirds and whatnot. I'll do it. We'll have it before the end of this month. Okay. But thank y'all, and I will talk y'all again. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, child. I'm still here. I'm still here. Anyway, I love y'all. I will talk to y'all later today or tomorrow. Okay. But yeah, be good, be safe, and don't y'all be scheming, scamming like Wendy and her damn husband, child. Anyway, bye.